Basketball is on the air on the Gophers Sports Network from Learfield.
Coast to coast, left-handed layup. No! But a put-back dunk! Leaves it for Mitchell. Layup good! NBA range three. Yeah! Rattled it in! Into a triple team. Backdoor cut. Dunk!
Gopher Basketball is brought to you by Western National Insurance. For the home, auto, and business coverage that Minnesotans trust, turn to Western National Insurance. And by Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Welcome to the Gopher Pregame Show, presented by Minnesota Soybean.
From East Lansing, Michigan, Golden Gopher Basketball is on the air. Tonight, the University of Minnesota takes on the last remaining undefeated team in Big Ten League play, the Michigan Spartans. Alongside former point guard Al Nolan, I'm Mike Grimm. Dan Robotham is our game site engineer. Great to have Danny Rowe back with us here in the radio booth. And Bobby Blackburn is our Gopher Radio Network producer. We're reporting from the Breslin Center on the MSU campus, stationed at the top of the concourse and up to the left from the Minnesota Golden Gopher bench and just beyond the end zone. Minnesota is on a roll. They're winners of 3 in a row, including 2 of those wins coming against ranked teams. The 11-9 Gophers are now 3-6 in the Big Ten after Saturday's rousing 77-69 win over 15th-ranked Oregon. Dawson Garcia has been a man on a mission of late, and he will need to be a man on a mission again tonight if they want to win here in green and white country. The host Spartans are ranked 7th in the country, sitting at 17-2 overall, 8-0 in the Big Ten, and 10-0 on this floor. Sparty beat Minnesota in the Big Ten opener way back in December in Minneapolis, 90-72, but certainly the maroon and gold playing much better now. That said, the Gophers enter tonight as a 14-point underdog. Al Nolan, here we are back on the road. Great to see you. One of the tougher places to play for any Big Ten team, certainly in East Lansing. And what do we need to know about this game tonight?
Yeah, great to see you too, and I'm happy Dan's back as well. And you spoke about it. The Spartans hit 11 for 22 from the three-point line when they played the Gophers. That was the best shooting night they've had in the Big this year, so I don't see them doing that again. However, they do get out in transition, so the Gophers are going to have to get back on defense so that the Spartans have to face their half-court defense, which is giving teams havoc, especially on this run. And then also on the offensive end, they're going to have to move that ball around quickly so that they can get openings. And I got a neat stat for you. Garcia is the first player with 5 straight 20-point games against ranked opponents since Quincy Lewis. And I said Quincy last time.
Yeah, you got it. You're right.
All right, but yeah, so that's it. And Garcia's just going to have a big night, and he's Big Ten Player of the Week, so I'm ready for this game.
Yeah, it should be a fun game here tonight. And the Gophers have played pretty well in this building under Ben Johnson. They have yet to register a win, but they have played a couple of nip-and-tuck games here on this floor. More from Al Nolan as our broadcast moves forward. And coming up on the Minnesota Soybean Golden Gopher pregame show, we'll hear from Minnesota head coach Ben Johnson. We'll get the Spartans scouting report from Michigan State head man Tom Izzo. We'll take a look at the Big Ten schedule and more. It's Tuesday night college basketball. We're right next door to Michigan's capital city, that is, and we're thrilled you're with us here on the Gopher Radio Network. Minnesota and Michigan State in big-time Big Ten basketball. When we come back, we'll hear from head coach Ben Johnson. He appears courtesy of Western National Insurance. At Western National Insurance, nice is a little word that does big things for everyone. Ask your independent agent today for Western National and experience the power of nice. Tip-off is 30 minutes away. Don't you go away. This is Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield. It's a border battle at 3M Arena at Mariucci this weekend. Join us in cheering for the Pride on Ice as Gopher men's hockey takes on the Wisconsin Badgers. Get your tickets now by visiting gophersports.com.
Marston is a full-service building maintenance provider servicing Gopher Nation since 1952. Marston has job openings throughout the Twin Cities area. If you have a valid Minnesota driver's license and a reliable vehicle, reach out to Marston to learn more about part-time and full-time opportunities in your neighborhood. Marston offers benefits and training and is an equal opportunity employer. Join our ever-expanding team of building maintenance professionals by visiting careers.marston.com or call 651-641-1717.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
I'm Clay Geary, walk-on turned scholarship wide receiver for Gopher football.
And I'm Ben Utek, U of M alumni, Super Bowl champion, and Tony Dungy Uncommon Award winner. We understand championship culture, which is why we're part of the True North family of companies.
True North invests in only elite teams, like the champion team at Sunbelt Business Advisors. With more brokers, buyers, and offers, Sunbelt gets owners more than the market average.
Learn more about this True North company at sunbeltminnesota.com.
Cheering on the Gophers has never been so easy. Shop the Cub Bakery for festive cakes, cookies, and cupcakes dressed up in Gopher gear. Pro tip, pre-order online at cub.com, drop in your local Cub, or order directly on the phone and we'll have it ready for you. Cub, the official grocer of Gopher Athletics and the exclusive home of the Gopher Athletics Baked Treats.
Welcome back to the Golden Gopher pregame show. We're at the Breslin Center tonight. Big-time Big Ten basketball, Minnesota and number 7, Michigan State. Time to hear from head coach Ben Johnson. He is sponsored by Western National Insurance. Before we preview tonight, let's talk about that Saturday game, the knocking off of number 15 Oregon. And as I think back to that game, that's probably the best game your team has played start to finish. Would you agree?
Yeah, no, I would agree. I thought we got off to a great start. Thought the crowd was really important in that beginning, and they just had the juice and the energy in the building, and our guys fed off that. But as I've been saying, up to date, knock on wood, we've been playing better every single game, and it kind of carried over to that. And I thought our good start just carried us through, both halves and helped us keep the momentum. And, it's only trail, I think, for 22 seconds of that game. A lot of it was attributed to a good start.
I thought, too, that the mentality of the team has shifted to the point where you took the fight to them. Like they seemed to be on the defensive, like it was like you played as the favorite almost.
Yeah, I thought, our guys did a good job of playing with force and sticking to the game plan on both, offensively and defensively, but playing with that aggressive mindset, playing with force, being that aggressor. I think when you do that, you do end up taking the fight to the other team, whether you meant to do it or not. It's a correlation to that.
And then the mentality part of it too, right? Each game you grow, each game that confidence gets a little boost, and then you hope that track continues on an upward trend.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think any coach, any team wants to consistently get better and find little ways that you're improving as a team, especially this time of the year. And, with a new group, I think you're just finally seeing that where guys are getting comfortable not only in their role and what they're supposed to do, but in our team and what we need to do for this team to be successful. And, that's the part that the maturity that we got to keep holding on to. And can we find ways to continue to get better and not be satisfied?
A lot of heroes certainly in that game anytime you beat a ranked team, but the Big Ten took note of Dawson Garcia, Big Ten Player of the Week. We've talked about him now in a few pregame shows and your coach's show. It's hard not to talk about him, and he just keeps bringing it.
No, he does. I mean, he's been phenomenal. I think it's just a simple case of, hard work paying off. But our guys know, he's our guy, and there's confidence that comes with that. And other players have stepped up, which has created easier opportunities for Dawson. When you got other guys playing well and playing at a high level, playing with confidence, they can't just key in on one or two guys, or specifically him. And so I think you're seeing that. And I think you're seeing other guys gain confidence from his play, and it's really kind of worked out.
From a physical standpoint, obviously he's always had the tools. He's always been a good player. Do you think his mindset has shifted too in his final year here in terms of how he's leading this team?
Yeah, I just think, he's dealing with so many new parts that there's a feeling out process a little bit with that. But now, once you get comfortable with kind of your role and his leadership role, you're getting comfortable with the teammates, you're able to really kind of dominate the room in terms of having that presence. And that was one thing I really talked to him about was, you were one of the guys with Fox that's been here the longest. This has to be your room. this has to be your deal. And our guys will respect that and know that. He's such a good, humble kid. So sometimes I got to force that on him of like, invoke your will, invoke your presence on this team and in this program. I think he's really starting to do that.
You mentioned Fox as well. He had the double-double, his first as a Gopher in that game. And he and Frank Mitchell, you've kind of been able now to go small isn't maybe the right word, but smaller and big with Frank. And how has that kind of mix helped you as you navigate through a game?
It's been good. There's other chances we'll look at our small lineup, whether that's tonight or in the future. But it's just another wrinkle that you want to have. And I think it adds to just our versatility. As guys continue to up their level and play better, you're able to change different things that you want to do and manipulate, whether that's going with defensive matchups that fit better or going offensively that fits better. But having the versatility to play big and play small with different small lineups is big.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get a preview of Michigan State. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
Gopher fans, looking to take the family to a Gopher game this season? Check out the Cub Family 4-pack. Get 4 tickets, 4 soft drinks, and 4 mix and match soft pretzels and candy. All that and $5 off a $50 purchase at your neighborhood Cub. Go to gophersports.com/tickets and click on the Family 4-pack to learn more. That's gophersports.com/tickets.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Hey Gopher fans, Truestone Financial is proud to present Coming Home. This year we'll once again welcome some of the greatest Gopher student athletes back to campus. It's the homecoming we can all celebrate thanks to your neighborhood credit union, Truestone Financial. From unforgettable plays to championship victories, these alumni have left an indelible mark on Gopher athletics. To learn more, visit gophersports.com/cominghome. Truestone Financial, proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
This is Mike Grimm for Washburn McCreevy. 5 generations proudly serving the Twin Cities with distinct funeral and cremation services for over 165 years. Everyone at Washburn McCreevy wishes head coach Ben Johnson and the Golden Gophers good luck this basketball season. Family owned and family operated with 18 locations. Washburn McCreevy and the Golden Gophers, proud of the tradition they've established.
More with Golden Gopher head coach Ben Johnson, sponsored by Western National Insurance, and it's Michigan State on the road here tonight. You guys have played well in this building the last handful of times you've been here. What do you see from Michigan State?
Yeah, the positive is that this is the one team where we've already, seen them up close and personal. So our guys know what it is. They understand it. Transition is the big key to the entire game. Obviously can't give up 27 points in transition. Got to take care of the basketball. So those two things, they have to translate. We've been pretty good in transition against Michigan, Iowa, Oregon, pretty high-powered offenses, and so that has to carry over today. You give yourself a chance if you take care of the ball and you get back, and they have to face our half-court defense.
Yeah, for sure they want to get out and run. What is the challenge, one, of getting back, but two, if you turn your back to get back, pretty soon the ball is throwing by you too. How do you try to slow that group down?
Yeah, they do a great job, getting their long outlet passes and then looking up the floor with that advanced pass. And what we've really worked on is obviously you got to get back to the paint, protect the rim, but then there's got to be a part of you where you got to fan out a little bit and take away the early kick ahead to a rip drive or kick ahead to an open three. The days of everybody flowing back to the paint and then fanning out are kind of few and far between. But, the best defense to that is being able to score the basketball, because that naturally slows the breakdown when they got to take it out of bounds. And the ones are, costly turnovers or bad shots that lead to breaks. for them is explosive. And so we've got to do a good job of running good offense, and it starts with that so that we get good looks, and then just getting back, identifying matchups, and building that wall.
Rebounding has been a strength always for Michigan State, but not as big the last couple of years. But it looks like this is back to the good old-fashioned Tom Izzo rebounding team. They're +9 in rebound margin.
Yeah, no, they got, especially at the 3, the 4, and the 5, when Cohen's at the 3, Fiddler's at the 3. They got size, they got good athletes. Their 4s and 5s are physical. They seek contact. And, you know, they're not shooting it great, and so I think part of them, they know to get other opportunities if it's not in transition when you're not a great three-point shooting team, is you try to get, steal points offensive rebounding. So I think you're seeing more urgency with them based off that a little bit. But we got to match their physicality. I mean, that's the staple, obviously, of what they do, and we've got to make sure our first shot defense is really good.
You mentioned the 27 fast break points they scored in the matchup with you guys back in December. Gophers had 2 fast break points that night. So offensively, is 2 okay, or do you want to pick your spots maybe against this team?
Yeah, we want to pick our spots. We want to continue to push like we have these last 3 games. Identifying the right pace, identifying if you have an advantage and taking care of that advantage, I think is important. We're not playing slow ball, but at the same time, we've got to make sure that this is a game that we're going to be able to manage. They could play in the 80s and 90s like the last 3 teams. We got to be smart with our opportunities to break. And then again, if we can't, then it's pace in the half court. Can we get into our actions sooner? Can we get the ball moving quickly, get it side to side? And that's where we've had a lot of success.
Very good. Let's get one tonight.
Let's do it.
All right, there he is, the head coach of the Golden Gophers, Ben Johnson, sponsored by Western National Insurance. And this is Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
This is Mike Grimm, voice of the Golden Gophers. As a business owner, do you have a game plan in place to stay focused on safety and preventing claims? Let our team help support your business. Federated Insurance offers a customizable lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you continue your winning streak. At Federated Mutual Insurance Company, it's our business to protect yours. Proud sponsor of Golden Gopher Athletics.
Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howaboutotoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
Dear winner, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/24.
At Western National Insurance, NICE is a little word that does big things for everyone. NICE is a helping hand when you need it most, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can trust the person on the other end of the call. For more than a century, we've been protecting individuals, families, and businesses with NICE as our foundation. Experience the power of NICE for yourself. Ask your independent insurance agent for Western National.
Welcome back to the Golden Gopher pregame show. It's Michigan State and Minnesota. We're in East Lansing in the first of the 3 two-offs here, as it's the second time the Gophers face Michigan State. They played in December, and Tom Izzo, the head coach, gives us a Spartan scouting report. Always great to see you, Coach.
Well, it's great to see you, and it's a completely different Gopher team, as we all know. 1, because of injuries, 2, because of a couple of people that have raised their game, and the biggest one, of course, Garcia was not very good there. And he's been just dynamite in the last 3 games. So, I look at the job Ben's done, and I know there's always pressure on coaches, okay? But guys like Ben, Ryan Day at Ohio State, you get your true measure of a coach is when your team is down and you can bring them back. And I think he's done a phenomenal job of that.
You mentioned Garcia is the Big Ten Player of the Week this week, and could have maybe been last week. He's really on a heck of a tear here. What do you guys try to do to contain him and make maybe somebody else try to beat you?
Yeah, I mean, contain him is a better point. I mean, we're not going to full out just worry about him because those guards are playing pretty well right now and they're making shots. So, contain him means will we double him some probably? But we're not going to throw the kitchen sink at him. Sometimes those guys get their points and other guys don't get as many. So finding a way to win, that's all we're going to do. And you've been really good at that, the only remaining unbeaten team in the Big Ten. What do you like about your team right now and how it's playing? I like a lot of things about my team, and there's a couple things I don't like about my team. Lately, we've been turning over a little bit more than I'd like, and lately, we just still haven't shot the ball well as I think we can. So those are 2 points of emphasis for us. But what I have liked about our team is we've been pretty good defensively. We've been very good rebounding the ball, and we've been very, very good at the free throw line. And not only getting there more, but making them. So there's a lot of things, but the schedules are so crazy, We're about to take our West Coast trip. That's been a plus for some and a minus for others. It's a lot of games, and you got 20 games, man. I remember when it was 16, and God, I wish it was 16 now. But, the league is really good top to bottom, and just when you think some teams are falling off, USC's gotten better, UCLA's gotten better, here's a team like Nebraska, who I really think was really good, and then all of a sudden they've gone down. Now, are they going to come back up? That's kind of the way it's been with Minnesota. They're really playing well right now, and so I don't think anybody feels any good about any game they play right now. And you're right, because, too, the other thing is you're playing most everybody just once. So you might see somebody once and then never again. And then now this is the first of the two teams, but you're kind of having a new prep every week. It's not like, oh, yeah, we saw Michigan State 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday, and now we're back on a Saturday, and we kind of know, or vice versa. Yeah, and we've got three weird ones. I mean, we got Minnesota, the first game of the year, and now in almost February. Yeah. So that prep didn't help you any because they're a completely different team. We had Illinois. We got a month in between. That prep will help us. And then at the end of the year, we haven't played Michigan. We'll play Michigan twice in, I think, 10 days, 2 weeks. So that is very true what you just said. Every day is a new prep, which is harder on the coaches, harder on the assistant coaches, and in all honesty, harder on the kids because they can't say, oh, yeah, we played them a month ago. Here's what they got. Here's what they got. It's like everyone's a new one. And especially this year, between the transfer portal and all the new kids and the new teams that none of us have any clue of, that we've never been to some of the places we're going to. Right. Like you've been around for 30 years, so when teams play your teams, they kind of know what to expect even when the personnel changes, right? Yeah, that's not good for me. So I guess that's the disadvantage of being around a long time. But there are some advantages. But I would say this, and I know you have a lot of listeners, this team, it's amazing. You think of who he lost. And some of those kids went other places and aren't playing as well or not doing as well. But who he lost and how he's kind of rallied these troops, great respect. Very good. Thank you, as always. Good to see you. Thank you. All right, there he is, Tom Izzo, the head coach of the Michigan State Spartans. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Kids, some days keeping up with them takes everything you've got. And in return, they give us everything they've got. At M Health Fairview Pediatrics, we've made it our life's work to care for kids, to do anything and everything we can for every kid who comes through our doors. Because the most important people in your world are our whole world. Learn more about a world of care just for kids at mhealthfairviewpeds.org.
Do you know how plastic bottles become shirts, shoes, or backpacks? What happens when your recyclables leave your curb? Can they really become something new? Visit WM.com to learn how WM helps turn your plastic bottles into everyday products, giving materials a second life. WM has the recycling infrastructure, innovation, and expertise to serve our Twin Cities community and care for our planet. The recycling process starts and ends with you. Visit WM.com to learn more.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Minnesota Gopher Premium Suites are your ticket to unforgettable game days.
Steps into the circle, he scores!
Enjoy exclusive amenities, prime views, and a private space to cheer on the maroon and gold with friends, family, or clients. Whether you're closing deals or making memories, a premium suite takes your Gopher game day experience to the next level. Elevates for a three. Got it! Don't miss out. Suites are limited. Visit gophersports.com/premium. Elevate your game day experience.
Are you looking for concert or sports tickets? As a local Minnesota company, Ticket King is a company you can trust. They have seats to fit every budget and even offer parking or tailgating passes, and all tickets are guaranteed. Each order is personally attended to by one of our dedicated customer service representatives who are committed to providing you with a courteous, professional, quick, convenient experience. Visit us at ticketkingonline.com or call us directly at 612-341-4131.
Minnesota and Michigan State tonight from East Lansing. Gophers 11-9 overall, 3-6 in the Big Ten. Spartans ranked 7th in the country, 17-2 overall, and 8-0 in the Big Ten. We'll have the starting lineups, and we'll have the opening tip all straight ahead from the Breslin Center. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
The University of Minnesota teams and traditions are legendary. Our team at Strategic Wealth Designers are proud to be a partner of Minnesota Athletics. What an honor to be working together. When you're ready to discuss your financial future, call the team the Golden Gophers Trust. We look forward to creating your winning strategy for retirement. Visit us at swdgroup.com today and go Gophers.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Gopher fans, the 15th annual Goldies Run presented by Abbott is happening on Sunday, April 6th at Huntington Bank Stadium. Each year for the past 14 years, participants have run, walked, and enjoyed the very best in springtime running in the Twin Cities, including a memorable finish on the 50-yard line of Huntington Bank Stadium. New this year, in addition to a 5K, a 10-mile, and a kids run, is a 10K run. Truly something for everyone. Go to goldiesrun.com for information and to register. This is the event people come back for every spring. Goldies Run presented by Abbott. See you at the start line.
This has been the Minnesota Soybean Pregame Show on the Gophers Sports Network from Learfield. Now, turn it up. It's game time.
Wide open three in the air. In there, he got it. Flaps it up and a dunk by Fox. What a beautiful play.
Gopher Basketball is brought to you by Minnesota Lottery. Are you ready to play? I'm in. Minnesota Lottery. Oh! Now, here's the voice of the Gophers, Mike Grimm.
We're ready for we're ready for the starting lineups here as we're just about ready to rock and roll. Sponsored by your local Northland Ford dealer. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer. Today, nothing better than waking up in East Lansing in the morning of the game and finding out you got a problem with a cold. So we'll fight through. Al Nolan will carry us if he has to, and we'll get to the finish line here, sir.
Yeah, you the man. I'll do what I can now.
The Gophers starting lineup, sponsored by your local Northland Ford dealer. They'll go with the same group that they've gone with. Mike Mitchell, Femi Odekale, and Lakai Patterson in the guard court, and they've been very good. You heard Tom Izzo in that pregame interview talk about they can't really devote all kinds of attention to Garcia and send doubles his way because those guys have been shooting the ball pretty well. Garcia, of course, is on a mission, and he is in his last 5 games shooting 57% from the floor, and he's been 5 straight 20-plus point games, and he is the Big Ten Player of the Week. The other starter, Parker Fox, 8th-year player, and he had his first double-double as a Gopher in Saturday's win over number 15 Oregon with 13 points and 11 rebounds. The Michigan State Spartans have not lost in Big Ten play. They're 8-0. They're 10-0 on this floor this year. 17-2 overall and ranked 7th in the country. And they will go with the group that started every game since the Minnesota game. That includes Jeremy Fears, that is, a redshirt freshman from Joliet, Illinois, Jaden Akins, a senior from Farmington, Michigan, and Trey Holloman out of Minneapolis, Minnesota from Cretin-Durham Hall. Those 3 guards have been very, very steady for the Spartans. Jackson Kohler is the 4-man, a junior at 6'9", and Shimon Zapawa is the starter center, a 7-footer, a transfer from Longwood. He started his career at Utah State, had little impact there, and was really good for Longwood last year, and is now a starter for Michigan State. Tom Izzo in year 30, 724 wins, 297 losses, 1 national championship, 8 Final Fours, 10 Big Ten regular season championships, 6 Big Ten tournament championships, and so he is back to having a really good team. Not that he hasn't. He has the all-time record, 26 straight NCAA tournaments, but I think he'd even admit the last 3 seasons have not been prototypical Michigan State basketball. They finished 8th in 21, 7th in 22, and 4th last year in the Big Ten. They're not used to that. They're used to 1 or 2 this year, and 6th, by the way, last year. So really it's the last 4 years.
Right.
This year, though, they're right there leading the league.
Yeah, I think, it's a testament of his greatness, obviously, but also them having their core unit back. So then he doesn't have to teach a lot of his philosophies. They already kind of know, and then the newcomers coming in can just fall in line. But like you said, this Michigan State team has been extremely explosive in the Big Ten. However, he did talk about it. They had 15 turnovers last game against Rutgers. So the Gophers need to look at having those active hands and moving their feet. And like Coach Johnson said, not allowing Michigan State to get transition buckets.
You played in this building. What's it like with the IS-Zone right on top of you?
Oh, man. I play here when the students are gone. I play with the IS-Zone. When the IS-Zone, we got blown up at 30 when the IS-Zone was in here. It's a tough place to play, especially if they get going, they get to dunking the ball, it gets loud in here. So they're really going to have to come out and be ready for that first blow from Michigan State.
They do their research and then hand out a pamphlet of the other team. And so they'll yell nasty things at you.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I remember the first time I at the Big Ten, they know your mama, your daddy, they'll say their names, all of that good stuff. Talking about DM your girlfriend, you never know. So it can get nasty.
Yeah, we'll see what the Gophers have in store. They have played on this floor pretty tough in recent years, and remember 2 years ago they had an opportunity to win late and could not do it. Gophers in their road maroons with the gold and white trim, and Michigan State the familiar home whites with the green trim. Garcia will tip it up. He'll go against Zapawa. Zapawa's out of Poland, 7-footer, as we mentioned, out of Longberry. Paul Zelk is the head referee. He will toss the basketball in the air, and we are just about ready to go. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds. 10 seconds on the Gopher Radio Network. Here's the toss. We are underway. Michigan State controlling the tap. Jeremy Fears, the point guard, coming into the offensive end immediately, and quickly a 3 by Akins from the corner, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Zapawa, and then he got tripped and a foul called on Lakai Patterson, I think. He got his feet tangled up, certainly unintentional, but the big 7-footer hit the deck like a tree timbering in the forest, and Lakai Patterson picks up foul number 1. First called foul tonight.
Yeah, and that was one of the keys of the game. They cannot allow Michigan State to get second shot opportunities. And this is one of the best rebounding teams in the country. So you know they're going to be going on that whole board.
Yeah, rebound margin. They are number 7 in the country. Here's a little dribble drive shot, no good. Zapawa another rebound and another foul. And if that's Patterson, he has 2 fouls in 27 seconds. It looks like it is Patterson. 2 rebounds, Zapawa, and 2 fouls on Patterson. And immediately the first sub of the game is in off the bench. That's Isaac Osama. That's brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery. Ready to get in the game? Just say, I'm in. We'll see how long Patterson sits. Could be the entire half. Here's a quick entry pass. Oh, he had a layup, passed it up. Zapawa 3, no good. And Parker Fox clears the rebound. So they had 3 cracks at it, didn't score, so the Gophers will get their first crack at it. Odicali's been running the point and playing very well. A little unorthodox style, but it's been effective. And right away, a pick and roll. Oh, and a pass by Fox was Brett Favre laser too wide for Garcia on the cut. I think everything was well designed there, but the pass was a little too fast for Garcia.
Yeah, I think Garcia wasn't ready, but I'm looking at the Gophers, and it's like, you guys better get some energy going. We in the Breslin, you playing, Michigan State, they're undefeated in the Big Ten. You got to have some energy and be ready to play.
Fears right of the arc, gives along the left baseline. This is Kohler. He's out of Utah. Now off to Akins. A stop and start move to the free throw line against Odicali, keeping him in front. Zapawa drop step on the entry, and a layup is good. And Shimon Zapawa has had a factor early here, and it's 2-0 Michigan State. We're a minute 15 in.
And that's one of the things that's going to be tough for them opposed to against Oregon. When they switch these screens, Michigan State's bigs are going to go punish the guards down low, and you see the 7-footer's got an easy layup right there.
Here's Odicali on a little hesitation move into the paint, kicks to Asama, and now to Mitchell. Lost the ball, last touched by Michigan State. It'll stay with Minnesota with 12 to shoot. We are stationed, as we mentioned, kind of in the end zone up from the Gopher bench. So it's a long view, a full court length down to the other end, but we got a great angle at it as the inbound to Garcia. His shot is too strong, and the strong side rebound comes off to Kohler. And quickly, a one-man fast break. Fears kicks out front Kohler, and the Gophers do a good job of fanning out, as you heard Ben Johnson say. That was going to be their strategy, get back and then make sure they don't get that first transition look and then force them into a second or third option, and that's where they're at right now. Here is Fears on the drive at the top of the key. Not much there. Now to Akins, driving with 5. Layup partially blocked. In fact, fully blocked by Garcia. Rebound awesome, and here come the Gophers down 2-zip. Asama wants to go coast to coast. Got hit, no call. Got a shot blocked, and the rebound to Kohler. Into the offensive end quickly, Michigan State. This is Holloman, the Minnesotan, out front to Kohler. And now a lob down low, Zapala, and a foul first. Zapawa is too much to handle right now for the Gopher Bigs. He's drawn 3 fouls, and he has the only points of the night. Parker Fox whistled for a hold there. 3 fouls on Minnesota.
Yeah, and I can already tell right now that the Gophers aren't ready for the physicality that Michigan State's going to bring. And it's a whole nother level when you're playing in the zone. Right away they're going to come out and be physical, so the Gophers are going to have to match that energy.
Gophers on defense here, 20 to shoot for Michigan State. Akins off of a screen on the inbound. 16-footer is good. And it's 4-0 Spartans. Gophers trailing here, 2.5 minutes in. Minnesota's only gotten 2 shot attempts. A shot blocked, and Garcia was online but too strong. Mike Mitchell out front, bouncing to the right wing to Odicali. Waits and now gives to Mitchell right side. 13 to shoot. Now to Fox out front. Back to Odicali. Waits for a screen. They slip it. Oh, and what an interception by Akins. He fires ahead on the steal for Holloman. His shot blocked by Odicali, and the Gophers rejected. Garcia got the block and then the outlet. And now Mitchell will walk it up as Minnesota slows it down, trailing 4-zip. 3 minutes into this first half. Fox with it out front. Working right on the wing for Garcia. Now to Mitchell. Mitchell to Fox. Handoff for Mitchell. They slip it again. Not much there. 7 to shoot. Now Dawson goes to work. Into the paint. Got nudged on the way. A foul before the shot. And it'll be on Michigan State. And that foul is on Kohler. Jackson Kohler, the 6'9 junior out of American Fork, Utah. Trey Edmonds and Brennan Rigsby in for Minnesota. Asama and Fox will get a breather.
And I like that drive right there by Garcia. They gave him his left hand. He was able to get into the lane, but that's what they're going to have to do. They can't settle for jumpers right now. They have to try to put pressure on Michigan State early at the basket and then play out for inside out.
And now the Spartans for a moment had 6 guys on the floor. They had to figure out who was all subbing out. So Kelly Pfeiffer, one of the officials, is talking to the official score to make sure everyone legally reported. Looks like they did, and now they've got it straightened out. New face in there is Carson Cooper. He suffered an ankle injury in that last game against Rutgers. The Gopher coaches weren't sure if he would play, and he is in. And now Pfeiffer has to come back and to get some more news here from the official score. So on the floor is Fears. Jace Richardson, a freshman, has checked in. Xavier Booker, a sophomore, the 6'11 kid, is checked in. Cooper, as mentioned. Those four. And the fifth player out there is Cohen Carr. He's the kid that can jump out of the gymnasium. He had, I think, 3 dunks against the Gophers the first time. Inbound to Mitchell, and he airballed the shot. Rebound quickly ahead is deflected by Oda Cali, and it's out of bounds off of Michigan State. Good job by Oda Cali playing defensive back there as they tried the sideline fast break. He hit it, and then it went off of one of the Spartans, so it'll turnover. It'll be Minnesota ball.
Yeah, it was a great job right there by Oda Cali of getting back. However, I'm still not liking their energy. They're looking a little lethargic right now. They may be a little nervous as expectations are high after 3 in a row.
Garcia launches a 3, too strong. Deep rebound comes out to Booker, and now to Fears. He passes down low to Booker, missed the shot, got his own rebound, put back good. Another second chance opportunity, and it's 6-0 Spartans. We're almost 4 minutes in, and the Gophers are scoreless. 0 for 4 with 2 turnovers so far. Edmonds, a handoff to Mitchell. Works out front with a left-hand dribble. Now gives to Rigsby out of the top of the key. Gophers have gone small here for the moment. Edmonds is the center. And Rigsby is in there with a couple of others. 7 to shoot here. Oda Cali. Single team with 4, with 3. Now with 2 in some trouble. And he throws it down low to Garcia. They do not get a shot off, and that will be a turnover and a shot clock violation. And that brings us to our under 16-minute timeout. Golden Gophers have not scored yet. We are 4:16 into the game, and Minnesota is 0 for 4 from the floor. 6-0, Spartans lead it from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
The University of Minnesota teams and traditions are legendary. Our team at Strategic Wealth Designers are proud to be a partner of Minnesota Athletics. What an honor to be working together. When you're ready to discuss your financial future, call the team, the Golden Gophers Trust. We look forward to creating your winning strategy for retirement. Visit us at swdgroup.com today and go Gophers.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Dear winner, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the Svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/24.
You can guarantee yourself a Minnesota maroon and gold win when you sell your business with Sunbelt Business Advisors. Sunbelt is a local alumni-owned company and proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics. Sunbelt provides business owner brokerage services to small businesses as well as mergers and acquisition services for companies up to $150 million in revenue. Are you thinking about selling? Sunbelt can help you make the most from your life's work. Visit sunbeltminnesota.com for a free confidential value range. Minnesota's largest seller of companies. sunbeltminnesota.com.
Welcome back. We are in East Lansing, Michigan. M Health Fairview Pediatrics. Comprehensive, compassionate care created just for kids because the most important people in your world are their whole world. Learn more at mhealthpeds.org. Spartans leading 6-0. 15:44 to play here in this first half. Mike Grimm along with Al Nolan. And Al, your assessment here of the first 4+ minutes.
You know, the Gophers are lucky that they're not down 12 points instead of 6 right now. And what's standing out to me is the offensive rebounds. I mean, Michigan State's not really shooting that great from the field. They had came out and missed their first 3 field goals. However, their 7-footer was able to get the rebounds, draw the 2 fouls on Patterson, and then also get layups. So the Gophers are, like I said before, they're going to have to be physical and go put a body into somebody. I remember when I played as guards, we always had to double down on the bigs as well because that's just how physical they were, and that's just how they played. So they're going to have to. It's going to be a team effort on that glass.
You know, nothing has changed with his zone over the years, although as we mentioned, the last 4 years haven't been totally like them, although even in one of those 4 they still went to the Final Four, right? I mean, he has his team always ready for March. There's no doubt about that, as 8 Final Fours would attest. They've got the ball right now with a 6-0 lead. Here's a 3 that's well short by the Spartans, Jace Richardson, and the rebound is off to the Gophers trying to find their first points of the night. Into the offensive end is Oda Kelly. He's on the floor with Edmonds, Mike Mitchell, Brennan Rigsby, and Dawson Garcia. Garcia scoreless so far, as are all of his teammates. Here's a drive. Oda Kelly turns it over, had it poked away. Cohen Carr, a 1-on-2. Good look to Richardson. Oh, and Rigsby blocked his shot. Rigsby blocked it, then came away with it. I think Richardson was going for the dunk, and Richardson going for the dunk, and Rigsby elevated and surprised the young man with a block. That will be on the highlight reel for the Gophers. Here's Rigsby on the other end. Maybe that'll get him going on offense as well. Now to Garcia with 12 to shoot. He's on the baseline left. Retreats and now gives to Rigsby with 8. Directing some traffic is Rigsby. The Oregon transfer. Hesitation move. Floats in. He had his shot blocked. So anything he can do, they can do, it looks like. Coming the other way is Holloman. Holloman lobbing to Booker. Booker on the baseline left. Mismatch there as Mike Mitchell tried to guard him, but Booker lost the ball, and then picking it up was Mitchell, and around the back save to his teammate. And boy, what a sloppy mess this has been for about 3 possessions.
Yeah, it's been a little sloppy, and one of the things that Michigan State does is called shrinking the floor, what Coach Izzo always talks about. So the Gophers are going to have to just force themselves to the basket.
There's Mitchell, and finally the Gophers have silenced the crowd. They've cut the lead in half. He knocks down a 3 from the left wing, and it's 6-3 Michigan State, 6 minutes in. Good to see Mike Mitchell. He's been 4 for 17 from 3 in his last 2 games. He knocks down that offering. Here's Carr off of his screen, tries to turn the corner, gives to Booker. Baseline jumper is no good, and the rebound Oda Kelly. Then Johnson immediately holds up both hands and says, let's take our time here, fellas. 6-3. They've weathered kind of the sloppy start with 4 turnovers and poor shooting. They're 1 of 6. Bucket here could tie it.
Yeah, and like I said before, the Gophers want Michigan State to go up against their half-court defense because it's been pretty stout. So if they're not getting offensive rebounds and getting in transition, the Gophers are playing pretty good defense.
Here is Edmonds, missed the shot, right block for Minnesota. Rebound to Cooper, and quickly the other way, the Spartans. Gophers have done a much better job getting back defensively so far. Remember the first game, about 5 seconds of the first possession for Michigan State, they had a slam dunk. Here's a foul. Cooper drove in. He kind of made a cut. He didn't have the ball. He cut toward the paint, and then as he was ready to receive the pass, Garcia bumped him, and Garcia gets called for the foul, his first and the team's 4th. But in terms of transition points, neither team with any fast break points. The first matchup, Al, was 27-2 Spartans.
Yeah, no, they were getting out in that transition. That's why, they're not really scary unless they really get going in transition. They're not really going to kill you from the three-point line, although they had a great night against us before. But like I said, the Gophers get them half-court defense, and even Cohen Carr is not a shooter, so Oda Kelly can float around a little bit more as well to help out his teammates.
Holloman on the inbound for the Spartans, who lead it 6-3, 13 minutes to go. First half, Jace Richardson, a little pick and roll. Got into the paint and fires into the corner. Booker will try a 3, no good. Frank Mitchell into the game and a rebound. That was Carr who missed a 3, I beg your pardon. Quickly ahead, Gophers tried some transition, and they turned it over. Garcia went in to shoot and then thought better of it as Booker came over into the lane, and he fired it toward the corner, and it was wide of Rigsby, and a turnover. Minnesota, their 5th now. Fox will check in for Minnesota, next dead ball. 12:45 to play, 6-3 first half. Michigan State the lead by 3. Booker gives to Holloman, well outside the three-point stripe. Now on the right wing for Richardson. Cooper now, back to Richardson. Free throw line extended right, working on Rigsby, got to the free throw line, and works all the way across the floor to the left. Now with 4 to shoot, Holloman a long 3, good. The Cretin-Durham Hall product, 31% from 3. 2 of his last 10 coming in. Buries that one, and it's 9-3 Michigan State by 6. 12-10 to go here in the first. Frank Mitchell, Mike Mitchell, Rigsby, Oda Kelly, and Garcia on the floor for Minnesota. Mike Mitchell tried to fire down low, and it got deflected, and another turnover. Pass coming ahead. Richardson stopping, popping 3, no. Rebound tipped, and a good job by Rigsby to fend off Carr and get the rebound. Gophers coming the other way, down by 6, 9-3. Over 8 minutes in, and the Gophers with just 1 field goal, a 3 by Mike Mitchell. Rigsby out near the Sparty logo. Now gives to Odekali on the wing left. Gives now to Garcia with a two-man game. Dawson with 8 to shoot. Elevates, 12-footer. Air ball. Frank Mitchell the rebound. Put back, no. From point blank, and the rebound to Cooper for Michigan State. Quick outlet, Holloman. Motors up into the offensive end. Top of the key. Feeds left side. Carr now with it. Lobbing in that short corner to Booker. Got caught between steps and a foul called on the shot. Let's see who they get there on that foul call. Looks like Mike Mitchell came down and helped defense. 2 shots for Booker when we come back. It's 9-3 Michigan State. 11:15 to go first half. And this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
At Western National Insurance, we're passionate about the power of nice. That's because nice isn't just a word. It's our way of doing business. It's about surpassing expectations, bringing kindness and decency to our work, and providing a helping hand when you need it most. And we've been putting nice first for more than a century. Find out just how powerful nice can be. Contact your independent insurance agent today and ask for Western National.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
This is Mike Grimm for Washburn-McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services with 18 Twin Cities locations. Washburn-McCreevy is celebrating more than 165 years of serving Minnesota. When the time comes to remember a loved one and to celebrate life, let Washburn-McCreevy guide you. Go to washburnmccreevy.com to find out more. Since 1857, Washburn-McCreevy and the Golden Gophers, proud of the tradition they've established. It's a border battle at 3M Arena at Mariucci this weekend. Join us in cheering for the Pride on Ice as Gopher men's hockey takes on the Wisconsin Badgers. Get your tickets now by visiting gophersports.com.
Welcome back. We are in East Lansing, Michigan. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan from the Federated Insurance Broadcast booth. Dan Robotham, great to have him back in our radio booth. Pushing all the right buttons here is our on-site engineer, and Bobby Blackburn is our producer. Cold shooting for Minnesota, 1 of 9 from the floor, 6 turnovers to go along with it, and they're down 9-3 with 11:15 to play in this opening half. And 3-game winning streak. This team was feeling really good, but so far they're having some trouble putting the ball in the basket.
Yeah, and it's not too bad of a sign because they're only down 2 possessions, and Michigan State's 4 for 15.
Right.
But like I said, they're getting extra possessions, but also as good as our half-court defense is, Michigan State's is tough as well. So the Gophers might want to try and look at trying to get something in transition, because I know as a guard for myself, it's hard to find pockets. And this year, opposed to last year when we were able to defeat Michigan State, we're not as athletic at the guard position or on the wing.
Rigsby stays in the game. Remember, Lakai Patterson picked up 2 early fouls. So Garcia, this is his normal around the 12-minute mark subbing, so he's out. So it's Frank Mitchell, Brennan Rigsby, Odekali, Fox, and Isaac Osama for Minnesota. As the free throw good by Booker, he has 3 points. He's 85% from the line. A 6'11", top 15 recruit 2 years ago. Out of Indianapolis. Second one is good. It rattled around and went in. He's got 4, and the lead is now 8 at 11-3. Largest lead of the night here for Michigan State. Booker will come out, and some new faces in there. Frankie Fiddler, the Omaha transfer, is into the game. He started the first handful of games for Minnesota, or for Michigan State. Kohler back in as well. Fears back in, as is Akins. Here's a 3 by Osama, no good. The Gophers now 1 of 10. Rebound, Michigan State. The outlet is deflected and stolen, and a good job and a foul. And Rigsby got shaken up, as did Zapawa as they collided. Good job there by Odekali to deflect the outlet down the sideline. That's one way to slow the transition down. And when he deflected it, it came to his teammate Rigsby, and Zapawa ran into him. Commits the foul, his first.
Yeah, and one thing you have to know as a guard in the scouting report, they're always going to call that outlet and get out there to that coach's line. So sometimes, I would creep and be peeking and might get a steal or two or a deflection like Oda Cali did. So they're going to have to continue to do that in order to slow this transition game down.
Fox will inbound Oda Cali in the backcourt. Zapawa's up, stays in the game. Out there with the starting group except for Fiddler, who's in for Holloman. Oda Cali has it for Minnesota. 11-3, Michigan State the lead. Here's a drive, Oda Cali kicking into the corner. Osama will try the three and bury it. The freshman from Cherry, Minnesota, makes it 11-6. The lead cut to 5 and a nice bucket there. 10:30 to play. Gophers man-to-man as they have been all year. Handoff out front on the drive. Fears got into no man's land, will elevate and shoot anyway, and got the hometown roll as it trickled in from about 12 feet out, and it's 13-6, Michigan State by 7. Gophers with just 2 field goals, 2 of 11, a 3 by Osama and a 3 by Mike Mitchell. Frank Mitchell has it now, giving on the left wing for Rigsby in the corner to Fox. Patterson with 2 fouls will check in next dead ball along with Mike Mitchell. Garcia staying on the bench, getting a breather. He has yet to score. Here's Rigsby up with a shot, blocked in the paint. Good job down there by Kohler. Outlet quickly ahead to Akins. And Osama works him back into the corner. Now to Kohler, 3-ball, good. Jackson Kohler gets the secondary transition bucket, and it's a 10-point Sparty lead, 16-6. 9.5 minutes to go first half. And here's another turnover. The Gophers' 7th. Poor pass out front. Fears funnels it back to Akins, and now off to Fiddler. Fiddler's 6'7" senior out of Omaha, transferred from Omaha, where he scored 20 a night last year in the Summit League. Started the first 7 games, and now he's been a bench player since. One hand pass to Kohler. He'll try another 3. That one's no good. Offensive rebound, Zapawa. And now Michigan State with another opportunity. They so far have 2 second-chance points. It seems like that's low. Here's a shot by Fears, no good. Another rebound, Zapawa. And now a 3rd bite of the apple here for the Spartans. And the local fans here in East Lansing giving a round of applause for that effort. Skip pass to Akins in the corner between the leg dribble. And then Oda Cali stole it away. And the loose ball, as he poked it away, I should have described, Osama comes away with it. He kind of laid in the weeds there, let him go by, and then pilfered him from behind.
Yeah, he did.
Out front, Frank Mitchell. 8.5 minutes to go in the half. Minnesota down 10, 16-6. Here's Fox on the drive. Takes it right to the block. Pivots. Left-hand shot. Air ball from a couple of feet. Rebound comes off to Michigan State. On the drive, Fears finds Kohler. Lost the ball, though, on a shot attempt. It hit the backboard. And now cherry-picking the other end is Fox. He receives a link to the pass court, and he's fouled. Or a link to the court pass, I should say. And then he was fouled from behind. And Fears commits the foul. I say he was cherry-picking in jest. He was knocked down on his shot attempt that airballed from point blank, and he was slow to get up, so he was a little beneficiary of the quick turnover on this end as he was retreating. He was the only man in the backcourt.
Yeah, and right before he took that drive, I was just about to say he needs to be playing a little more point forward because nobody is getting to the basket. On the 2 times possessions that we were able to score, somebody got their feet in the paint, but right now Michigan State's doing a great job of making sure we don't have any driving lanes.
Mitchell back in. That's Mike Mitchell. He's on the floor with Trey Edmonds, Isaac Osama, Garcia. He got the entry pass, and he was being held by Fiddler, and that's his first foul. And Patterson was playing with the 2 fouls back into the game, and we have our 8-minute media timeout. Exactly 8 minutes to play in the half, and Michigan State leads it 16-6. Love taking your family to a Gopher game? Well, how about getting 4 discounted tickets, 4 soft drinks, 4 mix and match popcorn and candy, and $5 off your next $50 purchase at Cub. Log on to gophersports.com/tickets for complete details of the Cub Family 4-pack. We'll see you on campus soon. Gophers down 10, 8 minutes to go first half. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
This season, Minnesota soybean farmers are defending against harmful PFAS chemicals by investing soy checkoff dollars into soy foam, a bio-based fire suppressant made with soy flour and 0 PFAS chemicals or forever chemicals. We can't lose when farmers are protecting the environment and fire responders while also growing demand for soy. Learn how the soy checkoff protects Minnesotans' own court and scores buckets for the economy by visiting mnsoybean.org.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Minnesota Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Now's the perfect time to partner with Gopher student athletes as influencer marketers. Imagine your company featured in social media content, live appearances, and even out-of-home advertising. From hosting B2B clients with clinics to creating marketing materials that connect to end consumers. Visit gophersports.com/NIL. That is gophersports.com/NIL to start your winning partnership and grow your brand with the power of Gopher Pride.
Live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Minnesota Golden Gopher Basketball.
Welcome back. We're at the Breslin Center. Minnesota trailing number 7 Michigan State 16-6. 8 minutes to play in this first half. Gophers will have the ball coming out of the timeout. Garcia was fouled before the shot in the paint. He was being held up down low. They just had a cool moment. This is the Michigan State version of the Coaches vs. Cancer game, and they had a bunch of folks up on the video screen holding up the Stand Up for Cancer and who they're honoring today, and various people, moms, dads, grandparents, all of that. Tom Izzo, when I talked with him before the game, I looked down, his shoes had a bunch of signatures on it.
Right.
Kind of cool. Like normally players and coaches, and you see this with Gopher athletes all the time, they'll sign things for patients in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Izzo had a bunch of patients in the hospital sign a shoe for him to wear tonight. So on his shoes are a bunch of folks battling through some tough stuff, young people and adults alike. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's really cool and unique. Big ups to Tom Izzo, man.
Here is Lakai Patterson with it out front. Gives right side to Mike Mitchell. Gophers with 10 to shoot. Patterson with 2 fouls on the drive. 7 to shoot. Needs to find somebody. Gives it off to Osama with 5. Elevates with a 16-footer and hit it. Osama has 2 of Minnesota's 3 field goals. 5 points, and it's 16-8. Gophers down by 6.
And right there, that was good recognition by Patterson. He was able to get his feet into the paint and draw Osama's defender, then find Osama for the nice pull-up.
The student section, the IS-Zone here, counts down early, so you think you don't have as much time if you listen to them. Here's a dribble drive. This is Fiddler. Trying to recall, many years ago, you may have been on the team, Al. Out front now, this is Fears. Picks up the dribble, gives to Carr with 2. His shot is up and good from the baseline. Cohen Carr with a bucket, and it's 18-8 Spartans. The Gophers, the IS-Zone was counting it down early, and the Gopher player was not ready. Was it Damian Johnson maybe? I can't remember. And so he threw it up from like 40, and it went in. So it backfired on the IS-Zone. Remember that?
Yeah, you know what? I don't remember being on that team, but I remember Damian Johnson. And shout out to him. His Benil St. Margaret basketball team is on fire this year.
Man,
so shout out to him.
Love Damian Johnson, man. What a fun player he was to cover. Absolute stat stuffer. Here's 2 to shoot here. Gophers better find something, and they weren't aware of it. Lakai Patterson just basically dribbled until he heard the horn, and that's turnover number 8 on Minnesota here. They have not taken care of the ball well at all, which is something they have done, of course, during their 3-game winning streak. And even within that 3-game winning streak, Al, I go to the Maryland game, which was a loss. I thought they played well on the road there. Maryland probably deserved to win the game, but Minnesota was in it from start to finish. And so they have been playing better. I mean, you can, if you really look close, you can see some fine play coming, and it has been. Tonight, not so much against this good Spartan team, and plenty of time to turn it around here. With a ball out front, this is Fears. Oh, and he finds somebody behind the defense. Oh, and Edmonds recovered and blocked it, and a wedgie. He blocked it between the rim and the backboard. Kohler had an all-alone dunk, and what a recovery by Edmonds. Instead, he got lost behind the defense. I was about ready to say slam dunk, and Edmonds shoved it right into the wedge, and alternating possession will go to Minnesota. Wow, what a recovery.
Yeah, great play by Edmonds, and that's the energy you want to see. But going back to your point, you're absolutely right. They've been playing good ball. However, they got to understand, this Michigan State team's 8-0 in the big.
Yeah.
So they're hot right now, too.
Yeah, boy, they have really been all over things defensively. Here's Lakai Patterson out front. He's going to fire a 3. It's short. Rebound tipped. It's loose. A couple of taps, and it comes off to Cooper for the Spartans, who lead by 10. 5:50 to play in this first half. Out front now, Kohler. He's hit a 3, and he Works it left. He's 1 for 2 from 3. He's going to fire a 3 from the left corner, and it's there. His second 3, and all of a sudden the lead is now 13, 21-8. Minnesota with 8 points in 14 and a half minutes. Here's Mitchell on the drive, bounces into the corner for Garcia, who has yet to score. Driving Patterson, had it poked away. It's out of bounds. It'll stay Minnesota ball. 12 to shoot.
Excuse me, and I see Patterson talking to the ref like, he grabbed my arm. But they're not going to get any of these calls in the end zone, so they're going to have to play tough and be physical. And another thing is right now they're all on the perimeter. The one time Garcia did go post up, they called a foul. So the Gophers have to be more aggressive, even if Michigan State, body him up and foul him not. They have to try and force their way to the basket a couple of times.
Inbound to Garcia, bounces out front for Mitchell. They hedge toward Mitchell. Booker, the big 6'11" guy, hedges that way and then recovers. Double team now. Mitchell in trouble with 2, with 1, and he threw it away. And look at Tom Izzo just shaking his fist. Just excellent defense by the Spartans, and Ben Johnson is going to use a timeout. His team down 13 at East Lansing's Breslin Center. Everybody on their feet here. It's a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here with 5:04 to play in the half, and Minnesota trailing 21-8. That was great defense, and it fired up the head coach of the Michigan State Spartans.
Yeah, and that was one of the things I was talking about, shrinking the floor. So Mike Mitchell's, Gophers are good for those side pick and rolls. When they come to the side pick and rolls, they kind of ice it and change up the defensive setting, Michigan State, so it makes it hard on you as a guard. But like I said before, right now they're just doing one simple pick and roll, and guys are looking to attack the basket. When Minnesota's at their best, they're swinging that ball around and they're forcing the defense to move. So they need to get back to that, especially going up against this Spartan defense.
Seems too, Al, you follow up on my thought here. The Gopher guards, when they have driven in, and Fox even to a certain degree,
right,
they're ready to shoot, and then at the last minute they're trying to pass it instead of taking it right at them, and the balls are going out of bounds and not 2 people. And don't you think they have to take a shot there?
Yes, they do. And being 3 for 15 right now, you have to take the chance. I'd rather take the 2-foot shot at the basket at 3 for 15 opposed to the 25-footer with the shot clock running down.
Well, we'll see if the Gophers get things in gear here. They're down by 13 against this very good Spartan team playing with a lot of confidence. Fears out front. The Peoria make it the Joliet, Illinois product. Into the corner. Holloman a 3. No. Deep rebound comes off. Tipped. And Cooper tracks it down. Now to Fears. Fears with a left-hand dribble. Gets a screen from Cooper. Picks up the dribble. Lobs into the corner for Richardson to Booker. They work the perimeter. 7 to shoot for Michigan State. Fears off the screen. Little pick and roll to Cooper down low. Left-handed hook. Short. And the rebound to Trey Edmonds, who's given Minnesota good minutes. And Minnesota will walk it up here. Edmonds is huffing and puffing, trying to catch his breath as he now finally gets into a jog into the offensive end. Odekali on the left wing. Chest-to-chest defense over there for Fears. Behind the back dribble, Odekali. Good work down low, and he finds Garcia on a cut and the layup, and that's Dawson's first points tonight, and that snaps the run. It's 21-10. Minnesota down 11, and with that bucket, that's extinguished the run. Minnesota Soybean will donate 1 5-gallon pail of soy foam to a Minnesota Fire Department. Minnesota soybean farmers are defending against harmful PFAS chemicals by investing in soy foam to protect the environment and our first responders. And here's a shot by Booker, no good, and Awesome of the rebound. Gophers down 11. Best action we saw all night was that last possession.
Best action, and they actually got some action away from the ball with Garcia curling, and Odekali was able to find him. So the Gophers are going to have to continue that type of offense.
Odekali, an underhand pass way out front to Awesome, and now to Garcia outside the stripe. He's just left of the arc, puts it on the floor, takes it into the paint, right at him, and then he got a block, got his own rebound, put back, got it, and a foul. Garcia will get a 3-point play chance. He has 4 straight points. The lead back into single digits at 21-12. And the Gophers will have a free throw coming, down by 9. 3:26 to play here in this first half. Stay with us. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Dear winner, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the Svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/24.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Do you know how plastic bottles become shirts, shoes, or backpacks? What happens when your recyclables leave your curb? Can they really become something new? Visit WM.com to learn how WM helps turn your plastic bottles into everyday products, giving materials a second life. WM has the recycling infrastructure, innovation, and expertise to serve our Twin Cities community and care for our planet. The recycling process starts and ends with you. Visit WM.com to learn more.
Take a playcation to Mystic Lake. With 24/7 gaming, the good times never have to end. And you can satisfy your cravings at our restaurants and bars. Or relax in one of our luxurious hotel rooms. Those that play together, stay together. And don't forget to join Club M so you can spark new memories and bask in the rewards along the way. Follow the lights to Mystic Lake, where every day is play day.
Minnesota with a 4-0 run. They've cut a 13-point lead to 9. Garcia with all 4 points, and he will have a free throw coming. Welcome back to East Lansing. The score 21-12. First half action, but just 3:26 left in this first half. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you here on the Gopher Radio Network. Dan Robotham, our engineer, and Bobby Blackburn is our producer. Ben Johnson used that 30-second timeout, and just like that, the Gophers score 4 straight.
Yeah, and we were just talking about them going to the basket, and what got Garcia done is he got it blocked at first, but then he gave a second effort and was able to get the and one. So we just said the Gophers are going to have to attack the basket, challenge the big. If you get blocked, get the rebound and go back. But they're going to have that type of fight tonight if they want to beat the Spartans.
They're down 9. A free throw would make it 8. Garcia with 4 in a row. His only 4 points so far tonight. Osama with 5. Mitchell with 3, and that is it for the Gophers. Patterson picked up 2 early fouls. Got taken out. He's been back in, but now back on the bench. It's Mike Mitchell, Oda Kelly, Fox, Garcia, and Osama for Minnesota. Garcia to try to complete the 3-point play, and he missed it. Rebound comes off to Cooper, who will outlet ahead to Fears, and the Gophers are back off that miss. Fears works to the right of the circle. Left-hand dribble on the right side, gives to Richardson, floats his way into the paint, high-arcing shot, good. Jace Richardson's first points tonight, and it's 23-12, Michigan State. Lead is 11 for the Spartans, 3 minutes to play in the half. Oda Kelly running the point out front, gives to Garcia, left of the arc. Working on Cooper, elevates with a shot, missed it, off the backboard. Rebound comes off to Cooper, quickly ahead to Fears, and now right corner, Holloman. Back out front, Cooper. Cooper with a left-hand dribble, centering the ball, now to the left elbow. Off to Richardson to the top of the key. 15 to shoot for Michigan State, leading by 11. 2:35 to go in the half. Booker way out front against Fox. They sag off him a little bit, and now to Holloman. 6 to shoot here for Michigan State. Passing right, this is Fears. Wide open 3 as the shot clock winds down, no good. Cooper the offensive rebound, and he is fouled by Mitchell. And immediately they are asking for a review here, as was there some contact there that was...
Well, yeah, Mitchell was boxing him out, and, he had position, but, he's 7-foot Cooper down there, so he just grabbed him, but Mitchell continued to grab his arm and pull him down. And in my mind, that's how you guys have to start the game against Michigan State. Be extra physical with the guys. Force the refs to go to the monitor and see if it's a flagrant or whatnot. I remember Blake Hoffhauer having a guy standing over him. You can go look at the replay. I pushed a guy off him, right, because you got to kind of set the tone, especially coming in here in the Breslin.
Yeah, this is likely going to be a hook and hold here. Is exactly what you said, Al. He had his arm over the elbow of Cooper, and as he was falling down, he just dragged him down with. That's the old, I believe that was Isaac Haas. That's the old Isaac Haas rule. Play under review brought to you by Planet Fitness. The official's going to make a judgment, but you won't be judged at Planet Fitness. It's the judgment-free zone. Go to planetfitness.com to learn how you can join the judgment-free zone. I think this will be a hook and hold. That was, to me, the definition. He hooked him at the elbow and dragged him down. The officials are going to discuss it now, as they've got a little 3-man meeting by half court.
Yeah, Mike, and it's funny, because coach will talk to you till you're blue in the face all week about, hey, you're going to be playing the Spartans. They're going to be physical. And yeah, you're like, yeah, I got you, coach. But you don't understand until you actually get out there, one of the bigs hit you in the back, and then you're like, okay, I get it. And I do like, hopefully they don't get a flagrant foul on this one, but I do like Mike Mitchell being aggressive and being physical with Cooper.
So I think Cooper will get 2 free throws and Michigan State will get the ball here. It was a hook and hold. So they upgraded. Basically, it's a flagrant 1.
Yep.
So basically that means 2 shots plus the ball here for Michigan State. Cooper missed the first on the season. He's very good. That's just his 6th miss all year. He's 83%. I could see the frustration, too, on Mitchell because he was tied up early on that rebound. Cooper missed them both.
Ball don't lie.
Right?
But, yeah, he's frustrated because he's like, he can't do anything. Yeah. And that's why it's like you have to get early. You have to put your body into him. You got a big guy. You got to put your, get right in his thigh and try to inch him out.
Cooper will come out after going 0 for 2. Zapawa comes in, 7 foot for 7 foot there. Holloman lobs it in to Zapawa. He had an early impact offensive rebounding. Hand off to Richardson off the screen into the corner. Open 3. Holloman all net. Holloman's got 2 threes, and it's 26-12. Largest lead of the night going to Michigan State right now. 14 points, 2:05 to play in the half. Gophers with just 12 points in 18 minutes. Here's a lob down low and another turnover. Odekali tried to get Fox and overshot him. And an interception. Pass ahead, Holloman. He'll try another 3 left side. And he'll hit another 3 left side. He's got 9, and the lead is 17. 29-12. 1:40 to go here in this first half. Odekali off of a screen. Gives to Garcia out front. Off to Osama. Now to Fox. Right side, Mike Mitchell. Drives up with a 16-footer. Air bank. Weak side rebound comes off to Richardson. He'll bring it up for the Spartans. On the right wing, Holloman will try a 3 from the right side. Oh, and he hit it. He's got 4 first half threes, 12 points, and it's 3 threes in 3 possessions. And the lead is 20. 32-12, Michigan State. That escalated quickly.
It did.
Odekali wants to drive into traffic, and he threw it away. Holloman the steal. He throws ahead to Richardson. Layup? No, but he drew the foul on Isaac Osama. Boy, this Michigan State team is running on all cylinders right now. As you mentioned, they're not a great three-point shooting team, but they just buried 3 in a row.
I mean, if you give them enough attempts, what are they shooting right now? They're 6 for 15. There was at one point before he hit those 3, it was 3 for 11. So they're giving them too many opportunities and also not getting back in transition. But they're playing Michigan State's playing some great half-court defense right now. Really have the Gophers real stagnant.
11 first-half turnovers for Michigan State. Richardson's free throw is good. You heard Tom Izzo say one of the things he's really pleased about this team with is the way they've shot free throws. Free throw shooting for them right now, they are amongst the country's best at 81.5%. They're second best in the Big Ten. Wisconsin leads the Big Ten in free throw percentage. And Richardson at 85%. A freshman hit them both. And it's a 22-point Spartan lead, 34-12. This is a 13-0 run for Michigan State. 58 seconds to go in the half. Odekali gives on the right wing to Mitchell. Mitchell with a left-hand dribble gives to Rigsby, left to the arc. Now off for Odekali, left to the arc, hesitation move, funnels down low. Here's Garcia with a layup. Good look by Odekali. And Dawson now with 6. Stops the 13-0 run, and Tom Izzo will use his use it or lose it timeout. He's talking to Cohen Carr, probably about how that play was defended to give up the bucket. 34-14 is the score. Michigan State is 4 of 6 from the line here tonight.
Yeah, and on that last Gopher offensive possession, they did a great job in the action of having a lot of movement going on. So while they have the pick and roll going on the right side, they might have some screening actions going back on the left. So you got to keep this Michigan State defense rotating to try and find little holes to drive. And right there, Odekale was able to drive. He found Garcia. So the Gophers are going to have to continue to move that ball.
Minnesota has 6 field goals made. That's it. And on that, they have 5 assists. So when they have success, they're sharing the ball.
Exactly.
38 seconds to go here in the half. Julie Manning, Gopher Deputy Athletic Director, is on the trip. She'll join us here at halftime. We'll talk about some of the things going on in the Gopher Athletic Department, so stick around for that. Kohler will be the inbound man. He's on the floor with Akins, Holloman, Carr, and Zapawa. There's about an 8-second, 9-second shot clock, game clock difference. And Holloman will let some time wind down. 15 to shoot, 25 to play. Gophers down 20 here. Holloman kind of dribbling between his legs, waiting with 7, now with 6, puts the play in motion, gets a screen, works right, lobbing down low, layup good. What a play as Zapawa hits the bucket with 10 seconds to play. Pass ahead to Odekale, working right behind the back, and he got fouled as he was trying to pass out front. Foul is on Holloman, his first. Only 6, though, on the team. They had a foul to give there. Michigan State leading by 22. That matches their largest margin. And with 5 seconds to play, Minnesota will re-inbound. May have been on purpose, that foul, to force them to reset it. They get it right into Garcia on the block. Layup, good. Garcia now with 8, and that will end the half. Minnesota with a 20-point deficit going to halftime. 36-16. Gophers, when trailing at the half this year, are 4-6. The halftime show is coming up. It's presented by Western National Insurance. The Gophers down 20. This is Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
Cheering on the Gophers has never been so easy. Shop the Cub Bakery for festive cakes, cookies, and cupcakes dressed up in Gopher gear. Pro tip, pre-order online at Cub.com, drop in your local Cub, or order directly on the phone and we'll have it ready for you. Cub, the official grocer of Gopher Athletics and the exclusive home of the Gopher Athletics Baked Treats.
Kids, some days keeping up with them takes everything you've got. And in return, they give us everything they've got. At M Health Fairview Pediatrics, we've made it our life's work to care for kids. To do anything and everything we can for every kid who comes through our doors. Because the most important people in your world are our whole world. Learn more about a world of care just for kids at mhealthfairviewpeds.org.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Minnesota Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
You depend on CenterPoint Energy to deliver energy for what matters most. To you, your neighbors, and throughout the land of 10,000 lakes, so we can all make a better tomorrow. That's why we're investing in the latest technology to reduce emissions, offer rebates on qualifying energy-efficient natural gas equipment, and provide energy-saving programs that help save you money. Look ahead at centerpointenergy.com/futuremn.
Gopher Basketball is brought to you by Washburn-McCreevy Funeral Chapels, proud supporter of Golden Gopher Basketball. Welcome to the Gopher Halftime Show, presented by Western National on the Gopher Sports Network from Learfield. For the home, auto, and business coverage that Minnesotans trust, turn to Western National Insurance.
It is Gopher halftime. Minnesota trailing here 36-16 at the Breslin Center. Time for our first half summary. It's brought to you by M Health Fairview Pediatrics. With over 60 locations across the Twin Cities, M Health Fairview Pediatrics offers care that goes the extra mile without having to drive one. Learn more at mhealthfairviewpeds.org. Gophers with just the 16 first half points. They have just 3 guys who have scored. 8 points for Dawson Garcia, 5 points for Isaac Osama, and 3 points for Mike Mitchell, and that is it. Everyone else that played was scoreless in that first half. Gophers 7 of 22 from the floor. Michigan State has Trey Holloman leading the way with 12. He had those 3 straight threes, which broke the game open for the moment. And then everybody else pretty balanced scoring. 6 for Kohler, and then 4 for Zapawa, 4 for Richardson, 4 for Booker, 2 each for Fears, Carr, and Akins. And playing and not scoring Fiddler and Cooper. And that is the tale of the tape. And that is our first half scoring summary. 36-16 is the count. Julie Manning is the Gophers' senior women's administrator and deputy athletic director overall for the department. She is on this trip. She is down courtside trying to hear through this drum solo and as they're playing a bunch of drum corps out on the basketball floor. So Julie, listen the best you can here, but this first half maybe notwithstanding, how much of a jolt has it been to see this Gopher basketball team rattle off 3 straight wins?
Oh, it's been great, and it's just exactly what we needed in Gopher Nation. Our crowd, our fans are so hungry, really behind these young men, and to get 3 in a row like that, and just blowing the lid off of Williams Arena. So it's been really fun, very exciting to watch.
Yeah, and of course the game on Saturday with Oregon, great crowd, and now a second straight Saturday game coming up this Saturday, and it's almost a late brunch. Let's get everybody out there for that one, huh?
Exactly, with 11 a.m. tip. It's a busy day for Gophers. We have many events going on that afternoon, but what a great way to kick it off with men's basketball at 11 a.m. We're looking forward to that game.
I want to talk women's basketball for a moment. They sit at 17-3 overall. They are off to a great start. Certainly weren't sure how the season would go, especially once Mara Braun got injured, and you're keeping your fingers crossed that she can make it back and have an impact. But, boy, they've not only stayed above water, but they have been swimming quite well, getting wins over Wisconsin on Saturday. And what can you say about this Gopher women's basketball team?
Well, really, Dawn Plitzowite and her staff have just really done a remarkable job. But, we knew that when we hired her. She's only been with us about a year and a half, and we had a pretty good idea that we had the right coach hired, and it's really paying off. We're seeing their relentless work. The young women are developing just really sensationally. So we're really proud of what's going on and what she and her staff are building. And as Mara Braun, as you mentioned, went down, there's always an opportunity, and young women are taking advantage of that, and creating some opportunities for them in the future as well. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Tori McKinney, among others, right, have really been stalwarts in filling those shoes. They are off to California. I think they travel tomorrow. They play Thursday, and they have that tough chunk at women's basketball at UCLA and USC, both top 5 teams. The Gopher men, of course, go out to California here in a couple of weeks. How much of a challenge for the department, and not just the Gophers, but I suppose all schools with these new additions to the West Coast, has trying to figure out what the best way to travel out there is?
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, when we added the 4 West Coast institutions, boy, they all are very good, and they're very good in many sports, and certainly basketball is one of them. As you mentioned, UCLA women are number 1 in the country, and USC I think is 3 or 4. So the women are getting ready to make, we call it the LA swing. So they're getting ready to go out, and the men will go out too. It's, I do think we'll kind of feel it out the first time around, even with hotels, and you change hotels when you go to UCLA versus USC. You don't normally do that, but in a city like that, you have to. And so we're learning a lot this first time around and bringing it back. And frankly, we're very fortunate to have the opportunity to go against the very best in men and women's basketball as we go out there to the coast. So again, just looking forward to the opportunity, just like we are here tonight.
No doubt, and I'm kind of looking forward in February to go out and enjoy maybe a few hours out in the sunshine.
Well, absolutely. I mean, that's got to be part of it, right? I mean, I know in a couple of the trips we do have a day or 2 off that our young student athletes have an opportunity to go and enjoy. And of course, our hearts go out to all of the people in the LA area. It's just been horrific to see the fires out there and all that's being destroyed. So it'll be a very humble trip to, somber trip, I guess, is probably a better word when they go out there. But we'll certainly make the very best of both trips.
Well, great info. We always appreciate getting your insight. Thanks so much.
Oh, my pleasure, Mike. Thank you.
Julie Manning, Gopher Deputy Athletic Director, Senior Women's Administrator with us here on this trip. Gophers trailing 36-16, and this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
At Western National Insurance, NICE is a little word that does big things for everyone. NICE is a helping hand when you need it most, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can trust the person on the other end of the call. For more than a century, we've been protecting individuals, families, and businesses with NICE as our foundation. Experience the power of NICE for yourself. Ask your independent insurance agent for Western National.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Are you looking for concert or sports tickets? As a local Minnesota company, Ticket King is a company you can trust. They have seats to fit every budget and even offer parking or tailgating passes, and all tickets are guaranteed. Each order is personally attended to by one of our dedicated customer service representatives who are committed to providing you with a courteous, professional, quick, convenient experience. Visit us at ticketkingonline.com or call us directly at 612-341-4131.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. See Home Club for details.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Minnesota. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Gophers trail at halftime 36-16. Western National Insurance brings you the halftime show. Our halftime scoreboard sponsored by Cub, the official grocer of Gopher Athletics. This is the only game in the Big Ten tonight. The Gophers trail at 36-16. There are two games tomorrow, Rutgers at Northwestern and Wisconsin at Maryland. We'll hear from a Gopher assistant when we come back. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Gopher fans, this is Mike Grimm. As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Proud sponsor of Golden Gopher Athletics.
Gopher fans, the 15th annual Goldies Run presented by Abbott is happening on Sunday, April 6th at Huntington Bank Stadium. Each year for the past 14 years, participants have run, walked, and enjoyed the very best in springtime running in the Twin Cities, including a memorable finish on the 50-yard line of Huntington Bank Stadium. New this year, in addition to a 5K, a 10-mile, and a kids run, is a 10K run. Truly something for everyone. Go to goldiesrun.com for information and to register. This is the event people come back for every spring. Goldies Run presented by Abbott. See you at the start line.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howaboutoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
Marston is a full-service building maintenance provider servicing Gopher Nation since 1952. Marston has job openings throughout the Twin Cities area. If you have a valid Minnesota driver's license and a reliable vehicle, reach out to Marston to learn more about part-time and full-time opportunities in your neighborhood. Marston offers benefits and training and is an equal opportunity employer. Join our ever-expanding team of building maintenance professionals by visiting careers.marston.com or call 651-641-1717.
Welcome back. We're in East Lansing, Michigan. Gopher halftime rolls on, sponsored by Western National Insurance. Gophers trailing 36-16. Josh Adell joins us courtside. Coach, what's the message here for the guys at the break?
Yeah, fellas, the message is, guys, take a deep breath, calm down. You know, I think some of the early fouls kind of rattled us. If we could just get into some type of rhythm to be able to execute on both ends. But as of this moment, you know, 7 offensive rebounds and 11 turnovers versus Sparty's not going to work.
Yeah, Coach Adell, and you guys were able to get some nice looks at the basket once you had a lot more movement coming out of time out of your offense. Is that something you're going to look at?
Yeah, absolutely. Keep attacking the rim. I mean, the biggest thing for us, though, 7 made field goals to 11 turnovers. That's not a winning formula. So keep attacking the paint. We just got to make better decisions, stronger with the ball.
Very good. Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Josh Adell with us, Gopher assistant coach. Gophers trail 36-16, and that has been our Western National Insurance halftime show. We owe you station identification. Let's do that right now. 10 seconds all across the great state of Minnesota and the entire upper Midwest. This is the Gopher Radio Network. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. Al Nolan, what were your observations at half number one? What stands out to you?
You know, I think, Gophers obviously weren't going to sneak up on Michigan State this game. They knew who they were playing, and they were on a 3-game winning streak. So Michigan State came out ready to, be physical, punching them out. They got off early on, setting the tone with the rebounds, and so that really kind of threw the Gophers off. And then also on the defensive end or on the offensive end for the Gophers, they're not getting enough movement. And we see the times that they were able to get Garcia coming off a curl or, Mitchell off of a drive. Once they got their feet in the paint open for a 3, they were able to score. So they're going to have to continue to get that movement on the offensive end, but the defense has been pretty stout once they're able to establish it in half court.
Gophers did not have Lakai Patterson much in that first half. He picked up 2 fouls on the very first possession trying to rebound the ball, but he will start here half number 2 with Oda Cali, Mike Mitchell, Fox, and Garcia. Akins, Zapawa, Holloman, who had a big first half for the Spartans, along with Fears and Kohler. Same 10 that started the game will start this second half. Michigan State with the possession arrow in its favor will have the basketball. Fears with it out front with the left-hand dribble. Gives to Holloman on the wing left. He hit those 3 straight threes in the first half, and that really separated the game with those 9 points. Pass down low. Kohler lost the ball. It's trickling out of bounds, and last touch by Minnesota. It'll stay Sparty ball with 13 to shoot. Kohler hit 2 threes in that first half as well. They were 6 of 15, 40%. Coming in, they shoot just 28% from 3. Inbound is Zapawa, and now a holding foul on Oda Cali.
Yeah, and although Oda Cali got a holding foul right there, I can already tell by the Gophers' body language and how they're moving around that coach had a nice talk to him about coming out here and being a little more intense on the defensive end. Yeah,
I think Oda Cali came through there saying, look, Kohler jumped into me, man. I I got knocked out of bounds here. Well, it's a foul on me. Here is Zapawa, gives to Holloman on the right wing. Fresh 20, but it's now down to 9. Pass down low, swiped away by Mike Mitchell. And he was very confident in where that ball was going, and he scooped it up one-handed. Now to Patterson as they set the offense. Gophers down 20. They'll have to chip away. Don't kill the elephant one bite. You got to take it a bite at a time and see where you end up here. Here is Garcia. Jab step. Long 2 in the air. Air ball may have grazed iron. And the rebound to Kohler. Outlet here for Michigan State to Holloman. Into the offensive end. Lob down low. Zapawa. Shot blocked by Odicali. Good job. The loose ball comes off to Garcia. He wants to run, and he got fouled by Fears, who jumped in front to slow the transition down. Not a shooting situation. It'll be an inbound situation for the Golden Gophers. Neither team has scored here. We're just a little over a minute in.
Yeah, and I don't like that shot right there by Garcia. You know, he's 1 foot inside the three-point line. It's like, you got to give me something a little different than that. You know, force your way to the basket. Tell your teammate to go through. Work your way to the block. Don't settle for that, too. That's what they want.
Yeah, or if you're going to shoot from there, take a step back and try to get 3 out of it.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, if you are going to take that. Here he is, Fox. He had 1 foot outside the line and 1 foot inside the line on the attempt. Garcia back with it now on the right wing. Got in the air and kicks out to Mitchell. His three's in the air, short. And the rebound comes off to Akins. And that quick outlet comes. And Holloman is off to run. Out front now gives to Kohler. And Odicali nearly stole it. So the Gopher defense, it wasn't terrible in the first half, but it looks like they've turned the wick up a little bit here in half number 2, as you mentioned.
Definitely.
Somebody better inbound here for Michigan State. Paul Zell finally instructed Akins to come and do it. He gives him the ball, and the inbound goes to Holloman. That initial outlet after a miss that Michigan State has is sometimes 40 or 45 feet, right? And the Gophers have been a little better at preventing those fast break points. In the first half, there were 11 fast break points. Still not what you'd like. 5 to shoot here for the Spartans, and now a moving screen set by Zapawa, and that was against Odicali. Odicali twice has been kind of moved on a moving screen. This time the foul goes on Michigan State, and the Gophers will get the ball. We're almost 2 minutes in. Neither team has scored a point yet in half number 2.
But you know what? He got the benefit of the doubt on that call because the last time he tried to actually fight through the screen and then talk to the ref a little bit, so then he was able to get the benefit right there of that call.
No doubt about it. Zapawa was slow to get up after the collision, but he stays in the game. Patterson with it out near the Sparty logo. 14 to shoot. Gives to Odicali. Now to Garcia in the corner. Backing down with 7 to shoot. Lost it on a shot attempt. Fox came up with a loose ball and missed the 2-footer. Rebound Kohler. Quick outlet for Michigan State. Holloman now with it on the right wing. Boy, it takes them almost no time to get into their offense. Here's a skip pass, and that is swiped. Another turnover here that Minnesota has forced. Good job here by the Gophers, and a 3 by Mitchell. Knocks it down. First points of the half. And it makes it 36-19, the lead cut to 17. And that previous turnover not only helps the Gophers, but helps the community. Federated Mutual Insurance Company donates $50 every time the Gophers force a turnover. That money goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters. At Federated, it's our business to protect yours. Here's Akins, a 3 that's short. Garcia, the rebound. 3 turnovers on Michigan State here in less than 3 minutes of this second half. Gophers again trying to cut into the lead. Here's Odicali on the drive and the take. Up and good. And the lead, just like that, is cut to 17. Make it 15, 36-21. 16:50 to go in the game. Gophers have pitched a shutout through the first 3+ minutes of this second half. Kohler left of the arc, gives to Akins in the corner. Michigan State is 0 for 2 with 3 turnovers. Holloman out front. Tom Izzo screaming at his team to get back into the offense. Holloman drives, layup, missed it. Offensive rebound, Kohler, good. Boy, they got the stop, but didn't clear the glass. Kohler with 8, and that's their first points of the second half, and the lead back to 17. 16:20 to play in the ball game. Here's Mitchell on the drive, layup, good. Mike Mitchell has 5 second half points. 8 on the night, 38-23. Minnesota trailing by 15. 4 minutes into the second half. Zapawa giving left side to Akins. Make that Fears. Fears now to Akins. His 3's in the air and good. Akins' first 3 of the night from the left wing. And it's back up to 18 for the Spartans. 41-23.
Yeah, right now they've been able to slow the Spartans down. Besides that shot a little bit because they're doing the switching, on the ball screen at the top, and the bigs dive into the basket, and the guards are just fronting him, and the help side's being there. But right there, Odekali sunk a little too far down low and gave up that 3 to Aikens.
Patterson gives to Fox, and he runs right into Zapawa to draw the foul. That was smart basketball there. I'm not sure he had any intent at all to shoot.
No, and Zapawa just didn't have an angle on him, so it's like, hey, let me go get into this big guy's body. So that was a great job by him.
It'll be an inbound, though. He didn't have an intent to shoot, so he didn't shoot, and so it's a foul on the deck. That brings us to our under 16 media timeout. Gophers down 18. The score 41-23 with 15:35 to play in the basketball game. Washburn-McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services, family-owned and celebrating over 165 years of serving families in the Twin Cities, and a proud supporter of Gopher basketball. Visit the website at washburnmccreevy.com. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
This season, Minnesota soybean farmers are defending against harmful PFAS chemicals by investing soy checkoff dollars into soy foam, a bio-based fire suppressant made with soy flour and zero PFAS chemicals or forever chemicals. We can't lose when farmers are protecting the environment and fire responders while also growing demand for soy. Learn how the soy checkoff protects Minnesotans' own court and scores buckets for the economy by visiting mnsoybean.org.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela. Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
You want the best for your child. So does M Health Fairview Masonic Children's Hospital. As the Twin Cities' longest-running, top-ranked children's hospital, many of the world's leading medical experts just happen to come with the most caring hearts. This combination of compassion and expertise is why Masonic Children's Hospital was once again recognized as the Twin Cities' top-ranked children's hospital by U.S. News and World Report. World-class, kid-focused care is available for all. Learn more at mhealthfairviewpeds.org.
Welcome back, 41-23. Michigan State the lead here on the Gophers. Minnesota has outscored the Spartans 7-5 here in the second half. 15:35 to play. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you. Gophers have a home game Saturday. You heard Julie Manning and I talk about that at halftime. 11 a.m., an interesting start time. Washington, the Huskies come into town on their biological clock because of the West Coast. That'll be at 9 a.m. their time tip.
That's tough.
Got to be an early wake-up call for those boys.
Yes, it is.
Now, the rumor I heard today was they will be flying in tomorrow. I'm sorry, they'll be flying in on Thursday so that they have a Friday to get settled. They'll practice, kind of get on the time a little bit, and then be ready for Saturday's game. But, boy, it was such a great crowd Saturday, Al, and I oftentimes don't want to tell people how to spend their money because it's their business. But if you got some discretionary income, that was a fun game last week. I think it'll be a fun game Saturday. Spend some money. It's a cheap ticket. Come on in and watch the Gophers.
Yeah, I agree with you. I went home and actually said to myself, we didn't acknowledge how great that crowd was.
Great.
So hopefully they come out and pack the barn again.
11 a.m. Everybody loves the Saturday tips. Here is Patterson on the inbound, and he rattles home a 12-footer on the right baseline. His first bucket tonight, had foul trouble in the first half. 41-25, 15-15 to go in the ball game. Gophers now have cut it to 16. Michigan State certainly not playing, it doesn't seem, with that same intensity. And sometimes you get a 20-point lead at half. It's hard to maintain that level all the time. We'll see if they pick it back up here. If they don't, the Gophers can try to take advantage. Here is Fears, pass down low, and a dunk by Cooper. Somebody missed an assignment there, slam dunk, and it's 43-25 Michigan State. Well, that was about 24 seconds of really good defense and about 2 seconds of horrific defense.
Yeah, and that was a misassignment by somebody because the guy got wide open at the rim, and some of the Gophers were yelling at each other like, you're supposed to get him.
Here's Garcia, corner three, and he rattled it home, his first triple tonight, and he's back in double figures with 11. He's going for a sixth straight game of at least 20. Gophers have cut it to 16, 43-37. Off-balance shot, no good. Garcia the rebound. Aikens missed the shot. So Minnesota, a three here would make it 12. 14-12 to play. And a little nudge foul there by Jace Richardson working on Mike Mitchell before any shot attempt. So it'll be an inbound for the Gophers and a fresh 20. Trey Edmonds is back in. Parker Fox will get a breather here in the second half.
One of the things the Gophers have done is on the defense, they've been able to get some steals, so then they've been able to play against Michigan State's offense in transition, which is a lot easier opposed to the half court.
Inbound to Edmonds, now to Mike Mitchell. Gets a free screen from Garcia, a little hesitation move. Takes it into the paint, funnels into the corner to Odekale. Now to Trey Edmonds. His shot is up. No. Rebound batted up in the air. Cohen has it, and then he got fouled by Edmonds. It'll be a foul in the backcourt, and Michigan State will inbound. Edmonds' first foul. Too bad not to get a bucket there after you defended so well on the other end. Gophers trailing here by 15. Into the offensive end is Trey Holloman. Minneapolis, Minnesota by way of Cretin-Durham Hall High School. He has a game-high 12. He's got the ball on the left wing. He had 3 straight threes to break the game open in the first half. Gives now on a cutting Richardson back out to Booker, who's into the game. The big man in a mismatch takes it right at the much shorter Patterson, and that was pretty easy pickings. 6'11" Booker, 6'2" Patterson, and Booker had the right idea and got the bucket.
And I'm watching Trey Edmonds on the offensive end walk it up the floor as Patterson drives to the basket and gets blocked. Walk it up the floor. But it's like, this is not the NBA, big fella. Get down the floor.
He did that once in the first half, too. Here is a miss. And Michigan State with it. Holloman missed this 3. Offensive rebound, though, to Cooper. Cooper back out to Richardson. Frank Mitchell will check in next dead ball, as will Rigsby and Osama. Here's a pass into the corner. Now a quick funnel out front. Booker a 3. No, but Garcia fouled him on the 3. Booker a 20% three-point shooter. And it even goes deeper than that. Booker on the year was 11 of 52 coming in, but he hit 3 of 4 in Minneapolis. So if you remove that game, he had only had, it would have been 8 threes all year, and now they foul him on a 3 attempt here.
Yeah, I remember us talking about it where we were like, well, they haven't been shooting too well, and then 11 for 22.
Yeah. And this guy was 3 of 4, and he was like 10% heading in. Free throw is good. He's a great free throw shooter. McDonald's All-American 2 years ago. And just like that, the lead's back up to 19, and if he makes his free throw, it could be 20. Missed it. He'll have a third. This is a 3-shot attempt. Mike, make that Frank Mitchell, Isaac Osama, and Brennan Rigsby in. That brings Patterson, Edmonds, and Mike Mitchell out. Free throw good. 20-point game, 47-27. 12:50 to play. Gophers bring it up into the offensive end. Odekale with it, crossing over, gives now right of the arc to Osama and to Rigsby. Rigsby, a 2-hand pass to Odekale. Boy, they force him, but he turns the corner anyway, got into the paint, not much to do, and now gives to Garcia. 12.5 to play, 10 to shoot. Odekale out front, working on Cohen, gets a screen from Garcia. Lob to Garcia's tipped, loose, and a turnover, number 12 for Minnesota, their first here in the second half. Holloman for Michigan State, working right with a pass to Richardson, now back to Holloman. Hesitation move, gives out Booker. He'll fire the 3, air ball. Offensive rebound, Cooper, and he's fouled by Mitchell. Boy, Michigan State winning the glass now 29-15.
Yeah, and you can tell the Gophers are a little bit shell-shocked coming out here playing against this Michigan State Spartan team.
Gophers offensive rebounding. They've allowed 10 offensive rebounds and 9 second-chance points. And here's the dunk on the inbound Cohen Carr. Ben Johnson is not happy at all. Timeout, Minnesota. 22-point lead. Well, the clock's still running. They'll have to stop that. I think about 10 extra seconds went off the clock. 49-27, the lead 22. Ben Johnson takes the timeout. We'll take it as well. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
How much can you save when you shop Cub? Let's just say you might need a bigger cart. We've lowered prices so you save more. On Essential every day, it's easy to see the savings. Across the aisles, from pantry products to frozen foods to delicious dairy and more. Your family will love it, guaranteed, or your money back. Shop Cub and save today. My Cub, my way. See store for details.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Now's the perfect time to partner with Gopher student athletes as influencer marketers. Imagine your company featured in social media content, live appearances, and even out-of-home advertising. From hosting B2B clients with clinics to creating marketing materials that connect to end consumers. Visit gophersports.com/NIL. That is gophersports.com/NIL to start your winning partnership and grow your brand with the power of Gopher Pride.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
Live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Minnesota Golden Gopher Basketball.
Welcome back. We're at the Breslin Center. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you here. Michigan State has opened up, matching the largest lead that they had in the first half at 22. The Gophers had cut it to 15, and now 6 in a row make it. They cut it to 16. 6 in a row makes it a 22-point game, 49-27.
Yeah, and I was checking it out. You know, this Michigan State team is on a 12-game winning streak, which includes 8-0 in the Big Ten. So, you know, the Gophers have to play with be a little more desperate out there. Right now, they're just not showing it. They're kind of, you know, going out there. They won 3 in a row. I understand that. They kind of come out here and just thinking, hey, we're going to be able to go up and down the floor with these guys. It's like, no, they want to make a point to you all. They know you won 3 in a row. They know the hype. People are coming in like, hey, the Gophers might be able to knock off the Spartans. So they're really coming out and letting people know they are the cream of the crop of the Big Ten. So here down the line, the Gophers are going to have to try to make it a little more chaos. I know I say that all the time, but a little more chaotic with maybe some traps, get some deflections to try and hopefully get back in this game.
49-27 the count. 12 to play in this one. Asama, Rigsby, Garcia, Odekali, and Frank Mitchell on the floor for the Gophers. Garcia takes it right to the basket and slams it down. He's up to 13, the lead 20, 49-29 Spartans. Good aggressive take there by Dawson Garcia.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see.
Garcia with 5 straight 20-plus point games. 31 in the win Saturday against Oregon. Big Ten Player of the Week honors. Richardson for Michigan State feeds out to Holloman and away from the ball. A hold is called on, who do they get? Asama maybe? Somebody from Minnesota. No.
Garcia.
Garcia, it looks like. His third. Dawson is not happy about the foul. He's talking to himself as he heads to the huddle as we got the under 12 media timeout. 11:30 to play in the game. Minnesota down 20. Let's tell you about the experts at CenterPoint Energy. You can turn there for high-efficiency natural gas equipment rebates for your home and business. See why using natural gas is better for your budget and the environment. And for more info, go to centerpointenergy.com/Gopher rebates. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Hey Gopher fans, Truestone Financial is proud to present Coming Home. This year we'll once again welcome some of the greatest Gopher student athletes back to campus. It's the homecoming we can all celebrate thanks to your neighborhood credit union, Truestone Financial. From unforgettable plays to championship victories, these alumni have left an indelible mark on Gopher athletics. To learn more, visit gophersports.com/coming home. Truestone Financial, proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
Did you know that Prairie Farms Rich and Creamy Premium Small Batch Vanilla Ice Cream is now available in family-size pails? When it comes to ice cream flavors, vanilla reigns supreme as America's choice, and nobody does it better than Prairie Farms. Made in small batches using only the finest ingredients for that rich and creamy taste that only real ice cream can deliver. Look for family-size pails of Prairie Farms Premium Vanilla Ice Cream at your favorite grocery stores. Visit prairiefarms.com for recipes and coupons and enter for a chance to win dairy prize packages.
It's a border battle at 3M Arena at Mariucci this weekend. Join us in cheering for the Pride on Ice as Gopher men's hockey takes on the Wisconsin Badgers. Get your tickets now by visiting gophersports.com. Gophers down 20, 49-29, 11:30 to play in the basketball game. Never did get to see a replay on the foul on Garcia. He was not at all happy about it. His third, it was away from the ball, and it'll be Michigan State ball. It was the Spartans ball anyway. And they'll inbound with a fresh 20 from the right side of the board as you look in.
Yeah, you know, another crazy stat, and that's why I said they need to attack the basket. We've only shot one free throw all game, and we didn't make it. So it's like, hey, we only had one free throw attempt all game. That's a little bit unheard of. So if the Gophers are going to, worry about, hey, the rest, you have to put them in position. So like Garcia did a great job, shot fake, went and dunked the ball. They have to continue to attack the basket, but also they got to be aggressive on the defensive end with active hands and trying to get more steals.
Booker and Garcia jockeying for position, just got scolded there by Paul Zelk. The inbound goes to Booker way out front, and he gives off to Holloman, and they'll set the play with now 15 to shoot. 20-point lead for Sparty. The 7th-ranked Spartans, as Al mentioned, going for win number 13 in a row. And now coming off of a screen, Rigsby knocks down Richardson. Rigsby's first. Nope, make that his second, I beg your pardon. 6 fouls on Minnesota here in the second half. Michigan State's been whistled for 4. And another fresh 20 here for the Spartans. 11-17 to play. They lead by 20. Inbound to Richardson. That's the son of former Spartan and one of the great NBA players, Jason Richardson. I think he won a slam dunk contest or two. He's out of Denver, Colorado, and a true freshman. 5 to shoot here for Holloman. Between the leg dribble, elevates a 3, is no good. Rebound tip, that is off of Michigan State. It'll be Minnesota ball. Tom Izzo wearing those sneakers with all the signatures on it, yelling now. He's well onto the court, yelling at one of his players. I think Holloman, he was not happy with how long he waited before he got the shot off. Cone comes out, and Fiddler comes in. Under 11 to go. And the Gophers trying to bite into a 20-point deficit. Asama comes off of his screen, working on Holloman. Got in toward the paint by the elbow. He is down low to Frank Mitchell. Drop step, moves, kicks out. Asama, open 3 left side. Good. His second 3. And he's up to 8 points. His first points of the second half. And it's 49-32 and a turnover as Booker fired ahead to nobody. And it sails into the corner and out of bounds. Fourth turnover of the second half for the Spartans, who lead it here by 17. If there's a way to get a team back into a game, it's start handing them free opportunities, I guess.
Exactly. So that was a good offensive possession by the Gophers. Asama coming off the pick and roll, getting his feet in the paint, getting to Mitchell, and then relocating, and he was able to find him for the 3. And then the Spartans turned it over. So Gophers might be able to make something out of it, but they got to have this possession right here.
Odicali gives to Garcia, funnels back to Odicali. I mean, if they can hit 3 straight threes, as Michigan State did in the first half, instead they'll get a second chance opportunity. Odicali missed the bucket, but a great job by Frank Mitchell to put it through on the dunk. And with those second chance points, it's time for the second chance for hunger. It's presented by Affinity Plus. For each second chance point scored all season, Affinity Plus donates $25 to Second Harvest Heartland. That's just the 4th second chance point for the Gophers, but they're on a 5-0 run, and all of a sudden the lead back to 15, 49-34. 9:45 to go in the game. Booker gives out front for Cooper. And now to Jace Richardson, crossing over with 6 to shoot. Bounces into the paint, fade away, 12-footer, good. Boy, tough shot for a freshman. He's up to 6.
And that stops the little Gopher run, and it's 51-34 MSU. 17-point lead, 9:25 to play. Garcia with 13 points, hops into the paint, right-handed shot good. That's what he's been so effective at. He's just been a shot maker during this streak, hasn't he?
He has.
Here's a drive by Holloman, got the bucket and the foul. Oh, they wave it off. Offensive goaltending. The ball was going to go in, and I think Fiddler tipped it in, or maybe it was Fears who tipped it in. The foul still will count, so instead of a 3-point play, it'll be 2 free throws here.
Yeah, and to your point, like you said, Garcia's a great shot maker, and right there he turned down the 3-pointer and drove it into the basket. It wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to contort his body and make it, so they just have to continue to attack the paint.
It was Fears who shot it, and then it was Fiddler. He didn't touch the ball, but he touched the rim as the ball was going through, and that's basket interference, so the bucket was waved off. The foul, of course, still counts, and Fears missed the first free throw. So the Gophers, trailing by 15, will watch Fears shoot a second free throw. Boy, Fears was ticked off at his teammate Fiddler, too. He turned around, and he gave him the stink eye like you wouldn't believe. It's like, man, you took 2 off the board for me.
Right.
Second free throw is good. He has 3 points. 52-36 now. Michigan State the lead. Here is Rigsby. Now to Garcia. Dawson has 15. Between the leg dribble. 9 minutes to play. Needing some help, and Rigsby comes and gets it. Pass back out to Osama. Open 3, right wing, off the mark. Big Frank, another offensive rebound, and he got fouled by Kohler on the floor. The 5th foul on Michigan State, so not a shooting foul here in this second half. 8:52 to go, and the Gophers, when Frank Mitchell has been in, seems that they're rebounding a bit better.
Yeah, you know, he's a way bigger body down there, so he can contend with those Michigan State bigs.
Odekali to inbound, and he gets it to Rigsby, 16-footers and air ball. And the weak side rebound to Kohler. Michigan State sprints it up with Fiddler. Now back to Kohler on the trail, and now to Fears. Fears is working on Garcia. Garcia lately has been guarding guards. And now to Akins. Akins on a hesitation move, fadeaway shot. They have been partially blocked by Rigsby. Offensive rebound. Akins a 3, no good. And a good rebound by the Gophers' Osama. Boy, a 3 here would maybe make it interesting. Certainly make some folks here nervous. Odekali down low to Garcia. Pivot shot, good. Boy, he now has found the range. He's got 17, and the lead now is 12, 52-40.
Yeah, that's great recognition right there to get that ball down to Garcia. And he even looked like he got fouled a little bit, but it's physical. And like you said, he's a shot maker, so he's making some difficult shots, but he's being aggressive in the paint.
This will turn into a full timeout. Tom Izzo certainly does not like what he's seeing from his team right now. The lead has been cut to 12, 52-40, 8:07 to go. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Hey, it's Guardsy for Affinity Plus, proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics. Affinity Plus rewards you for all your banking. New puppy owners can earn points for chew toys, plus points for new shoes, plus points for puppy class. Life math is complicated. Affinity Plus makes it easier. Visit affinityplus.org/GoGophers to learn more and become a member today. That's affinityplus.org/GoGophers. Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Gopher fans, looking to take the family to a Gopher game this season? Check out the Cub Family 4-pack. Get 4 tickets, 4 soft drinks, and 4 mix and match soft pretzels and candy. All that and $5 off a $50 purchase at your neighborhood Cub. Go to gophersports.com/tickets and click on the Family 4-pack to learn more. That's gophersports.com/tickets.
Dear winner, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the Svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/24.
Dawson Garcia with 16 points. One of his earlier threes that I called a 3 was called a 2, so I had him for one more than he has. He is technically 0 for 2 from 3. So 16, I had been saying 17. Either way, he's 4 shy of 20 as his team has cut the lead to 14. The scoreboard was messed up. I thought it was weird that they had cut it to 12, so we have to get it corrected. It's 52-38. The lead is 14. 8:07 to go. Anyway, back to Garcia. He's the best in game feature, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. So they gave Minnesota 4 on that last possession, not just 2. So I had to recheck my own numbers here with what they have, and 52-38 the count. Michigan State with the ball in the lead, 14, not 12. Inbound to Akins.
Yeah, and they're right there. If they can get some stops to stop right here and cut into this lead, maybe get it, into single digits, put some pressure on Michigan State, you can make it a game.
Yeah, you just never know, no doubt. Here's a pass down low. Zabapwa puts it, may have gotten away with the travel and gives it out to Fears. Now to Akins on the drive, reverse layup. Good, man. Little fortunate roll there on the rim, and it's 54-38. 16 is the lead. 7:40 to play in the ball game. Mike Mitchell back on the floor, as is Lakai Patterson, Asama, Garcia, and Big Frank. Garcia, open 3, left wing. Good, he hit it. So that is his first 3 officially tonight. He's up to 19, and the lead is 13. 54-41. Gophers trail it by 13. They've trailed by as many as 22 in each half. Here's a shot, no, but a foul. I think Frank Mitchell will get whistled for that one, and to the line will be Zapawa, the senior out of Poland. 1-1. Foul before the shot. One here for Zapawa, 62% on the season. He hits the first. First free throw attempts for him tonight. Michigan State is 8 of 12 from the line. Minnesota 0 for 1. They've attempted only 1 free throw in this basketball game. And they missed it. He hit them both. He's got 6. And the lead back to 15. 7:05 to go, 56-41. Asama gives out front Garcia, left side Patterson. Gets a screen from Garcia, pivots and gives back to Dawson. Dawson with 19 on the drive, right into the shot, missed it. He'll go to the line and try to get to 20 and try to cut into this 15-point Michigan State lead. Garcia's playing a much better second half, isn't he?
Yeah, he's starting to find his groove. Early in the second half when he got that inbounds and he settled for that 2-pointer, I said, oh boy, a long shot. And so now he's gotten to the basket and seen the ball fall a couple times. His confidence is up. He's able to knock down the 3, and now he knows, hey, I can get to the basket. Let's do it anytime. So he's being relentless like they need to be.
He's 9 of 15 from the floor to the free throw line. He hits the first. So that's now 6 straight 20-point games. That gives him 20 tonight. And he is producing at a high level. The lead cut to 14, and he can make it 13 with a bucket. 6:53 to play in the ballgame.
However, it doesn't matter if he continues to score if they're going to allow them to get layups and free throws on the other end. So the Gophers are going to have to get some defensive stops. Similar to early in the first half, they were able to get some steals and convert them into points.
Gophers once again cut it to 13. He made them both. 56-43. 6:50 to play. Gophers a little full court press here. And Fears will bring it up, working against Mike Mitchell into the offensive end. Gophers in a man-to-man look here. Pass out front to Kohler and a handoff to Holloman. They run a weave out front. 6:35 to play. Holloman picks up the dribble left. Out front Fears with 10 to shoot. Pass down low to Kohler. Runs into Frank Mitchell. Kicks it back out. Akins open 3. Good. Wow. Late closeout. Akins up to 10. And it's 59-43, the lead back to 16. Backbreaker there. Played defense well, and then a late closeout. Here is Mitchell. That's Mike Mitchell. Gives out front to Patterson. Waits for a Frank Mitchell screen. They double him. Now the pass into the corner to Odekale. He wants to go to work on Holloman. They hedge his way. Gets into the paint. Kick out Mitchell. Open three. No. Weak side rebound to Holloman for Michigan State. He'll funnel ahead. Fears spinning into the paint. No, but he got fouled by Mike Mitchell. And it'll be free throws coming for Michigan State.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that last possession. I mean, they played great defense and then just a mishap of just sinking in a little too far and allowing Akins to have a wide open three-pointer.
And now at the line is Fears to shoot two. It's quiet in here on the free throw attempts. Free throw is good. Now it's back just like that to a 17-point game. Parker Fox in, Frank Mitchell out for Minnesota. 5:48 to play here from East Lansing. And he hit them both. So it's 61-43, and just like that, it's back up to 18. Fox out front, gives to Odekale, left wing. 5:40 to go. Femi got in the air, passes to Mitchell. Corner three, right side, no. Rebound is tipped, fought for, and it goes out of bounds off of, they say off of Michigan State. So it'll stay Gopher ball. Everybody else, including the two other refs, are heading back toward Michigan State's side. I thought that was off the Gophers as well. But they say it's off Richardson. Kelly Pfeiffer. Get a look at the rebound here, or the replay. It's off Minnesota.
Yeah, but we'll take it.
Yeah, and it's not reviewable at this point. Here's a shot that's no good. The rebound is tipped. And Richardson now coming the other way. Lobbing up. Carr to dunk and a foul. On the lob. Count the bucket, and now we've got behind the play Zapawa, who got hit in the face. He's bleeding. That was on the defensive rebound. Foul is on Fox, and it's a 20-point game, 63-43. Boy, Carr can get up, can he? Oof.
Yeah, you know, he's running that wing in transition. They're always looking for him.
Free throw good by Carr. He's got 7. The lead now 21. 8-0 Spartan run. Gophers cut it to 14, and then boom, Michigan State kicked it into a different gear. And the Gophers missed 3 in a row. Here's Patterson into the paint. Good look at a shot from about 6 that goes. 64-45. The lead down to 19. Under 5 to play. Here's Holloman working right. Bounces to the baseline right. Kick out now for Richardson. Now they give to Carlson, who fakes a backhand off to Richardson and gives to Akins instead. Fox comes out and hedges there. 7 to shoot for Michigan State. Holloman at the sideline needs to do something with 3 with 2. Carr will fire a 3 off the mark, and Odekale high for the rebound. Ben Johnson says, got to run now, guys. Need points and need them in a hurry. Odekale gives to Patterson. Now to Garcia at the mid-post right. Back to the basket. Skip past Mitchell. 3 in the air. On-line, but too strong. Deep rebound to Akins for the Spartans. Bill hot-footed into the offensive end, and now reverse it to Cohen. And now to Richardson.
Yeah, Mitchell's had a couple open looks the past few possessions. He just hasn't been able to knock them down.
He's 2 for 6 from 3. Here's a ball bouncing off the foot of Cohen, but right to his teammate Cooper. Back to Cohen. Here's another lob to Carr. That one was too high, but Cooper catches the miss and dunks it home anyway. Wow. Patterson had the ball right there in his lap, just couldn't get his hands on it.
And I was just thinking that, and that was I was going to say is the difference. You see Cooper went after that thing with 2 hands. Patterson just reached his hand out there really delicately, like hoping the ball falls to his arms.
Yeah, not real aggressive on that attempt to get the errant lob. Gophers trail by 21. Next stoppage of play will be immediate timeout. Patterson a straight on three, and it goes. His first triple. He's up to 7, all in the second half. 66-48. Gophers cut the lead to 18 with 3:15 to play. Washington comes to Minneapolis Saturday, 11 a.m. the tip. Aikens right wing. Gives to Carr. 15 to shoot. 3:05 to play. On the drive, Richardson. Lob, Cooper, dunk. Timeout, Ben Johnson. A 30.
He said keep it running, though. But
and it's an immediate timeout, the under 4-minute timeout. Ben took the timeout to get Caden Betts into the game. And he didn't necessarily want the huddle, but you got to take the full timeout for media purposes here. So we'll take our final break. 2:58 to play. Gophers down 20 from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Gopher fans, this is Mike Grimm. As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Proud sponsor of Golden Gopher Athletics.
Playing the Minnesota Lottery is exciting, so here to tell you all about it is me. And to make it more exciting, I'll be using my movie trailer voice.
In a world where we all crave more play in our day, one woman's journey leads her to the convenience store. Coming this year, scratch games from the Minnesota Lottery. And you're going to want to play, because anything can happen when you say, I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Minnesota Gopher Premium Suites are your ticket to unforgettable game days.
Steps into the circle, he scores!
Enjoy exclusive amenities, prime views, and a private space to cheer on the maroon and gold with friends, family, or clients. Whether you're closing deals or making memories, a premium suite takes your Gopher game day experience to the next level. Elevates for a 3. Got it! Don't miss out. Suites are limited. Visit gophersports.com/premium. Elevate your game day experience.
Minnesota Soybean is proud to sponsor Gopher men's basketball. This season, Minnesota soybean farmers are defending against harmful PFAS chemicals by investing soy checkoff dollars into soy foam. That's a bio-based fire suppressant with 0 forever chemicals. Minnesota cannot lose when farmers are protecting the environment and fire responders. Gophers trail by 20 here, 68-48. 3 minutes to go. Stick around. We'll have the post-game show. We'll hear from head coach Ben Johnson. We'll give you some scores, a couple of highlights from this one, and we'll be on our way back to Minneapolis. Michigan State will get to 9-0, and they will be out in California. They're going to do what Minnesota will do in 2 weeks. They take on USC this Saturday, and then we'll take on UCLA a week from tonight. The Gophers in a couple of weeks will be out there closer to mid-February. UCLA and USC on a Saturday, Tuesday double dip, so to speak. Patterson gives to Fox, lost the ball on the way to the basket off of Michigan State's foot, though, and it'll stay Minnesota ball.
Yeah, and I spoke last game when they played and talked about how our bigs came out and set the tone, and that was the complete opposite this game. So we talked about it early on, Michigan State getting all those offensive rebounds, just out physicaling us. And this game, our front court didn't really make their presence known. They didn't have the best of a game. I know Garcia came on late. However, Michigan State got those bigs out there that are like football players and made it really tough, and they got a lot of height.
Yeah, they've out-rebounded the Gophers by 14 here, 35-21. And now they're going to give a round of applause to Holloman, who had a big game. He'll get a curtain call coming out. Cohen coming out. Fears coming out. And into the game is Kerr Tang. And Gehrig Norman. He scored 5 against the Gophers up in Minneapolis. Inbound to Kelly, and his layup is good. 68-50, Michigan State out front. 2:30 to play. Osama will come in next dead ball. Caden Betts is into the game for the first time tonight. Here's Booker, will launch a 3. No. Rebound weak side, comes off to Tang. He'll fire a three from the corner, hit the top of the backboard. Ugly-looking shot out of bounds. No save, but right to the Gophers. Here comes Mitchell passing ahead to Betts. Betts gets it toward the paint and then backs back out and gives to Mitchell. 2 even to play. Betts, corner three in the air, no good. Tang, the weak side rebound. Richardson back to Tang on the wing left, and now to Cooper. Cooper backs down, got fouled by Betts. And Cooper will get free throws. 1:47 to go in this one.
Yeah, I talked about, that possession where that rebound where Patterson kind of put his arm out there delicately, hoping the ball would fall in his hands. That's kind of been the sentiment of the entire team this game of, not really going after it. And they have to understand this Michigan State team most likely will win the Big Ten. They're on the trajectory to do so. So you have to go, as Cooper misses a first free throw, you have to be aggressive. You have to have an abnormal effort out here against these Spartans, especially on the road.
First free throw, no good by Cooper. Michigan State's schedule will get tougher, though. They have yet to play Purdue, Oregon, Maryland, Wisconsin, Indiana. So a lot of teams that are thinking they might be in contention have yet to play. Michigan State has played most of the teams in the bottom part of the Big Ten, including Northwestern, Rutgers, Minnesota, Nebraska. Here's a shot no good by Edmonds. Richardson into the offensive end. Gophers have played the second toughest league schedule so far. They have played nobody in the bottom half of the league in the current standings. That will change Saturday when Washington comes to town.
Yeah. And, this is one of the games where you say, hey, can you learn something, take some positive from it? Absolutely. You're playing against the best team, the hottest team in the big, outside of yourself, outside of the Gophers, on the road. And so, you didn't give the type of effort that you wanted, but you were able to see, hey, this is what the cream of the crop looks like, and this is how we have to work moving forward.
5 to shoot here for Michigan State. Now 3, pass down low. Booker, layup good. Booker now with 9. The lead back to 21, 71-50. Under a minute to go, 50 seconds. Patterson into the paint, got fouled. They wave it off. He made the bucket, but they say the foul was before the shot. So 1-and-1 here for Patterson. Foul is on Garrick Norman.
Yeah, and I told you before, I remember coming in here playing against Arizona. We were actually ranked in the top 25 and got ran out of here worse than this. So, I know what it's like to be down there sitting in the middle of the zone. It's not easy.
Well, look, this is a tough place to play. They have the longest home winning streak in the history of the Big Ten here. It's not active, but, the Gophers in this building, and I don't bring this up this just tells you how hard it is. The history of this building opened in 1989. With the loss tonight, Minnesota in the Breslin Center will be 3-27.
I believe it.
3-27. This is the 30th time they've played. They've won 3 times.
I'm part of a few of those.
I've been coming here for 19 years. I've called 1 win.
There you go.
Squirrel Morris in overtime.
You were here when I was playing. Yeah, you were here.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's a hard place, man. I remember when Colton Iverson was shooting, and he had they were just vicious to him on his. He had a little acne.
Right.
Remember, a young guy They were just vicious, and I could tell it impacted him.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care.
No.
It was nuts. For whatever reason, that stood out to me. I just thought it got so personal. I think they've toned it down a little since then. While we've been talking, Cooper got fouled. He'll be at the line. It's a 20-point game, 71-51. And they circle the court with the student section. The end zone is right at the court level all the way around.
Yeah.
And then when you're as good as Michigan State has been, that helps too, right? When you got good teams, you're going to win a lot of games.
Absolutely. And this is something the Gophers might be able to use to spark themselves as we have a lot of home games coming up to propel themselves behind that Gopher Barnyard crowd that we're hoping is going to be out there on Saturday.
Both free throws good. That now gets it back up to their largest lead of 22. They've had that a few times now, including right now. Here's a 3 by Patterson that's off the mark. They do not need to shoot. Tom Izzo's waving dang offs and do not shoot. Just dribble this one out, and that will be the final. And you can hear the crowd getting into it. 15 seconds to go. The Gophers will fall here 73-51, snapping the 3-game winning streak. They'll fall to 11-10 overall, and now 3-7 in the Big Ten. A hug from Tom Izzo to Ben Johnson, and they continue a discussion there. Pat on the shoulder. Those two guys have known each other since Ben Johnson was a sophomore in high school. There's the horn, and that will do it. Michigan State ranked 7th, now 18-2 overall, and 9-0 now in the Big Ten. They will go to USC this Saturday. They'll tip that off at 3:30 Minnesota time. The Gophers will host Washington Saturday at the Barn, and that will be an 11 a.m. tip-off. The post-game show is coming up, 73-51 the final. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life